Alright, YouTube guys, we are reacting to Mr. Mort Doggy Dog doing the PvE rundown. Let's get it, guys.
The set will be live in 2 weeks.
Let's get it, guys.
And it'll be even
New
better
set.
balanced and less bugs.
He's gonna show everything.
Don't stress too much about it. But for those of you that do make it on, this is a video that's going to go over everything you can expect. All the new champs, traits, changes, etc., things like that. So you can go in pretty informed. There's already been a bunch of really cool.
I don't think he's gonna show every single ability. Okay, guys, we'll have to read that in game. As far as I remember, they don't show like the one-cost abilities and stuff, but he will talk about it.
Like the Nico VTuber videos. That
the volume is low, louder.
But if you're a turbo nerd and really want to understand everything, this video's for you.
Guys, you're gonna hear it twice on the microphone.
Let's get started and jump right in because there's a lot. All right, you ready?
Do we hear it twice on the microphone, guys?
Let's talk about champions. As always, the champion pool hasn't changed too much.
Perfect.
One costs and things like that. In this video, I've listed.
Also, this is a very ambitious set, guys. They didn't just take the skins from League of Legends. I don't think Disco Taric exists. You can see he looks absolutely hilarious, and I'm pretty sure I haven't seen. Maybe I don't know. I haven't played League in a long time, but they did make some standalone skins as well for just TFT. So that's pretty sick, right? That's pretty sick.
And then non-tanks.
Disco Taric is real. Kennen is not. It's just different name. Oh, frick. I don't know, man.
So you can see, for example, Taric, Tahm Kench, Kennen, Lilia, Cassante.
All right, let me just...
will be your sort of frontline units that you'll...
Also, guys, Twitch chat, what is better? Should I read everything or should I just let him talk? You feel me? I don't think he talks too much about one costs, usually. From what I remember from previous. Disco Guardian. Guardian is probably just a tank tank trait. Kennen is also Guardian. Sentinel is also probably a tank trait. Lilia and Cassante are Sentinels. It doesn't sound like there's a Bruiser. Oh, there is Bruiser. Olaf is Bruiser. Okay, so Guardian is probably something like, you know, Bastion. Then Sentinel. Sentinel might be not tank, to be honest, because Bruiser and Guardian, and usually they don't put that many one-cost tanks, right? That's already a lot. Look, Taric, Lilia. I mean, Taric, Kennen, Olaf. There's no two Bruisers. There is Tahm Kench as well. Okay. Yeah, usually.
Yasuo,
so what could Sentinel
Jinx,
be, guys?
Corki and Nami are much more about, you know, damage.
Yeah, Sentinel might be Juggernaut. True.
Like
Something like that.
Some things to call out here. You get to see some of these TFT exclusive skins. We've got, you know, Kennen and Lilia and stuff like that. Those super fans. We'll talk about traits a little later. Tahm Kench is that champion that prevents a lot of flat damage, so pretty cool there. Cassante this time, not going to be knocking units out of the board. Instead, just going to be a tank, gains a shield for a while.
Sentinel, okay.
Back. Yasuo is pretty exciting champion here. Gains stacking AD % based on kills. So if you like that stacking fantasy, Yasuo is going to be a cool champion for you.
That's based.
Annie's another pretty unique one where after she casts her spell 4 times, she sort of charges up, gains some attack speed, and can cast 2 fireballs at once, which is pretty cool. Nami, the bubble is back. I don't know if we'll see a bubble bobble build, but that's pretty cool. So yeah, these are kind of your one costs you can expect.
Corki looks cool.
Too crazy.
What else do we have? Punk, Rapid Fire Jinx. Rapid Fire seems like it's gonna be maybe something attack speed based. We'll see.
On the 2
see, he doesn't talk too much about the one cost, right?
Going to be Pantheon, Garen.
Doesn't go into
Gragas,
the abilities and stuff.
Nar. So not a lot of 2 cost tanks. But everyone else can do a bunch of...
Wait, let me just go back to 2-cost tanks.
Pantheon's pretty cool in that he kind of reflects. Everyone else can Gragas. And on the 2-cost side, again, your tanks are going to be Pantheon, Garen, Gragas, and Nar. So not a lot of 2-cost.
Oh, they list the tanks first, huh?
But everyone else can do a bunch of pretty cool damage here. Pantheon's pretty cool in that he kind of reflects damage, so he'll charge for a while.
Guys, what is Mosher? Oh, Mosh Pit.
And then fire it back, which is pretty neat. Let's see here. Nar
Executioner,
kind of
Twitch.
Punches. So he's kind of a mix between a tank and an AD bruiser, which is pretty neat. Beyond that, some interesting ones.
Someone in the Twitch chat says Kale edges too, bro. Yeah, I think she's good at edging.
To call out here, Katarina is actually a ranged unit this time. She's not going to be, you know, a melee unit, so she'll be throwing daggers from...
Katarina is ranged.
So Katarina, a bit of a twist there.
Ooh.
Kaisa, a low mana AD caster, jumps around, shoots some big bolts. Kale's got an interesting...
Guys, I'll main the country trait. You feel me, guys? K-Kona.
Stunner spell.
Oh, man. Brother, man.
Kog'Maw, where it's like 30 mana.
Brother, man, Bill on top of the hill. Na, 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 na.
You're in this
phase
where you're doing extra damage, and then it ends with that cool ult.
Hell yeah, brother.
So that's pretty neat. Twitch throwing poison. Bard's another pretty unique one. Bard's got an interesting twist to his spell, by the way, where there is, like, he'll throw either healing or damage. But there's a tiny % chance you'll also get a tip. He'll get a gold. Don't worry, you're not going to be able to like optimize it with like a full tank comp.
Guys, he said there's a tiny % chance you'll get a tip. I thought of touching tips, you feel me? Like, Bard is going to touch tips. But they were talking about money. He was talking about gold, guys.
The chance is so low, it's not worth it. But occasionally, just a random gold will pop out, and that's kind of cool. So yeah, pretty cool here.
Aphelios 2 cost.
Are definitely something to build around in the mid game.
Kai'Sa 2 cost, nice. Okay, Kai'Sa 2 cost. Reroll Kai'Sa.
All right, on the 3 cost side, we've got Neeko, Amumu, Set, Mordekaiser, Riven, and Echo as your tanks.
Mordekaiser tank.
3 cost tanks here. Neeko kind of being that premier tank for the KDA.
Wait, did he say Riven tank? No, right?
Tanks here. Kaiser, Riven, and Echo as your tanks.
Oh, Riven is a tank again. She's always a tank, man. I just want to go damage Riven. What the frick is this?
So quite a few 3 cost tanks here. Neeko kind of being that premier tank for the KDA group. She's got her own unique skin, and that's kind of why we actually had to make that. Was like KDA didn't really have a tank. We kept going back to who's gonna be the tank. So Neeko, pretty cool.
KDA Neeko. Okay, cool.
Mumu is a pretty interesting champion. Gains armor every time he takes damage, and then he ults. We mentioned that in the reveal, stuff like that. Mordekaiser.
People are telling me to look at MF. Guys, I've been looking at nothing else but MF. Matter of fact, guys. Alright? I've been looking at nothing else. And if you have been looking at anything else, you should check your testosterone at the doctor. You smell me, guys? I'm just saying, guys. You know me? You smell me, guys.
There's a pretty cool tank, especially if you can get his headliner, which we'll talk about a little later. And yeah, Samira. Samira is probably one of my favorite champions this set. Every time she gets a crit, her rating goes up. You'll see that D to C to B. And for every rating, she gains 20% attack speed, so a large amount of attack speed. So she can get going pretty crazy. And then when she casts her spell, based off that rating, it'll do more damage. So Samira, you're definitely going to want to build crit on. Lulu can...
Ooh, that sounds very cool, huh, Samira there? Mr. Mordog, that sounds very cool. However, I would definitely prefer to keep Samira at the D.
Turn people into cupcakes every free spell cast, which is neat. Lux has got her laser back. Misfortune will
guys, you can't hit me with the question marks, guys. Just say stuff. Like, just say haha and move on. Don't hit me with the question marks, guys. Please, man.
Very popular champion because of Jazz, which we'll talk about later. So,
Jazz.
Misfortune, that big AD caster.
You like Jazz?
AD champion this time. I know she's one of those confusing.
Wait, let me know.
MF caster this time. She is because of Jazz, which we'll talk about later. So Misfortune, that big AD caster this time. Okay. She is an AD champion this time. I know she's one of those confusing ones that we jump back and forth on, but definitely likes that Death Blade, that Infinity Edge, stuff like that. So yeah. And then Urgot, I think, is the other really weird one here. He's a 2-range champion. You're going to want damage on him. He's a pretty cool damage carry.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to Urgot, guys. Urgot is my favorite, no? Urgot is always cool. What do you think, guys? Urgot is always cool, guys.
Now, it might look like...
Ooh, there we go. That's... before he talks, I want to check them out. Thresh, tank, okay? Zac, tank, bruiser. Poppy... looks like a tank, probably, but doesn't have tank traits. So maybe some CC action, you feel me? Like Jarvan. Blitzcrank, Sentinel. Where the frick is Blitzcrank? It's a freaking cat with a mustache! How the frick is this Blitzcrank? It's a freaking cat, man! What the frick is this? Ezreal! Finally, Ezreal 4-cost. Okay, nice, man. I love Ezreal, guys. Ezreal was my most played league champ. Ezreal, Big Shot, Heartsteel. Okay. Zed. Caitlyn. Oh my god. Twist of Fate. Guys, I like this. This is gonna be fun, no? And then there's two Akalis. There's two Akalis. A KDA and the True Damage Akali. A KDA and the True Damage Viego is back. That's pretty cool as well. Nah, that's not bad, guys. Is Viego in Pentakill? I don't think he is, right? They probably made this new, no?
I haven't seen only 12.
Pentakill
We'll
Viego.
talk about Akali in a second here. On the tank side,
oh, he is? Why does no one at Worlds play him, man? They always play... I don't know what the frick they play, man.
Thresh, Zac, Poppy, Blitzcrank. These champions are going to be very popular. As we know, 4-cost tanks end up in a lot of comps, and each of these have their own advantage, so definitely expect to see them in a lot of comps. Thresh is your Jarvan-like champion. He's got an AoE CC with his lasso chain.
Okay, so Thresh is broken, no? Low-key already, because he has a proper tank trait as well, right?
Zac's going to be pretty
a little bit scary.
Poppy can actually do some decent
what does Zac do?
Zac's going to be pretty beefy. Poppy can actually do some decent damage if you've got Emo and Mosher in, but also a tank. And then Blitzcrank's your solid, almost like Shen, where it's like very, very tanky. So Blitzcrank, probably your best tank. On the damage side, we've got Ezreal, AD carry, low cast, but casts his ult on his third cast, which is pretty cool. Caitlyn, another ranged champion with a really cool ult where she shoots like 4 or 5 lasers. Karthus does some big AoE damage from the backline. Twisted Fate is kind of a new take on almost like that Kaisa spell where he throws cards based on his attack speed and it hits the board, so that's pretty neat. Ahri, probably one of the more interesting champions here.
We've seen the Twist of Fate animation in one of the videos where they have this little video where Nico, VTuber Nico style is like making a rundown of it, and Twist of Fate looked really, the animation looks really crisp, guys. It looks really good. Twist of Fate looks really cool. I didn't know what it does, but he just said it, right?
Low mana, so you're definitely
looks really cool, guys. If you haven't seen that video yet,
but
a lot of people found that video cringe because it's like VTuber Nico being overly excited, and it's like a TikTok style video. Like, bro, it fits the theme, man. Like, people are so angry. Like, I'm the angriest mother trucker. When something is a little bit imbalanced, I'm sitting here whining all day on stream how bad the game is, right? But guys, come on, not even I go that far. Like, come on, just enjoy stuff, man. It was cringe, but it's meant to be cringe because it's a freaking... It's like, bro, like a groupie, a super fan is always cringe, man. Like K-pop stans on Twitter. They're freaking cringe as well, but you know, it's fine. They're enjoying their stuff. Nico is enjoying it, guys. Come on, be nice to Nico, man. Guys, I'll keep it a stack. I'm just being nice to her because I want to go deep inside. I want to dive deep inside this video, guys, so let's not waste any more time. You feel me? I want to dive deep inside this video because I'm excited about set 10, you know? So let's just get on, you know? Why are we wasting time? Let's go, guys.
Front lines. Every cast does some damage, and then the next cast, if they've already been hit by the first, does a lot more damage, so can really melt through front lines. Pretty cool.
Who's that, Ahri?
If they've already been hit lines. Every cast is going to want something like blue buff on Ahri, but can really melt front lines.
Frontline melter.
A lot more damage, so can really melt through front lines.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
And then there's Akali. Akali has a unique trait called Breakout, which basically, if you've got, KDA or True Damage active, she will swap based on that, so you can play the one that matches your comp. And each one has a slightly different spell. The KDA one is much more of an assassin type, will dive the backline with her ult, which is pretty cool. Whereas the True Damage one is much more about sort of that higher DPS, but can't quite get to the backline. So check those out. And then we have 5 costs. There's some pretty unique 5 costs here. Again, I'm not going to spoil everything, but let's see. Alawi has her own unique trait, Ill Beats.
Oh my god, guys, do you see it? Oh my god, guys, do you see it, man? Do you see it? Do you see it? Oh my god, guys. No, we're not looking at Sona. We don't give a frick about this. Look at this girl, man. Look at this girl. She's a 5 cost. I'm so happy, guys. I'm so freaking happy, guys. Oh my god, man. Nah, that's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Oh, Ziggs is a 5 cost. Hyperpop Dazzler. Bruiser Ill Beats. She has her own trait. Ill Beats. He doesn't have his own trait. I know this guy has his own trait. Maestro. and then Mixmaster. Those are the only ones, right? Is Dazzler his own trait? I don't think we've seen Dazzler. Maybe Dazzler is his own trait. Also, Wildcard seems like his own trait, no? Am I dumb? Maybe I'm dumb, guys. Wildcard, unique as well. Dazzler is not unique. No, it was on others. Okay. Lux is Dazzler. I haven't even seen Lux, bro. I was just looking at MF, probably. Alright, this looks cool.
Tentacles. These tentacles can smack every once in a while, and then when she casts her spell, do some extra damage. Ziggs is going to throw AoE bombs that do a ton of damage, as well as they use Hyper Pop and Dazzler, so pretty good utility champion. Lucian will be very popular with Jazz, AD champion. Kayn has some really interesting stuff going on with Wildcard, where he changes forms based on if you win or lost last fight.
Oh.
And if you lost, he can try to get you some extra health back. If you won, he can try to snowball and gain you gold. So pretty interesting.
He can get you health back. What? You can freaking heal.
Is a lot like, if you remember, Aphelios from, I believe, set 8, where you can place her and then choose the form you like.
Choose the form of Sona, okay, like Aphelios, okay.
Or a damage form. So pick what you need. I'm a big fan of the healing one at 1 star and the damage one at 2 star. But, you know, whatever fits you. Kiana is an interesting champion, kind of like Tom Kench, where she can knock items off of people and steal components for you. So if you want to have those crazy YouTubers where you had 40 item components, Kiana's the champion for you. Jhin can fill your bench with violin turrets during combat. Do a ton of damage. And then Yorick summons a bunch of really cool ghouls.
We've seen Jhin, he summons turrets on your bench.
They're definitely tuned.
And we've seen him as well.
Strong, so give them a try. Yeah. All right, that's champions. Now, obviously, you can't talk about champions too much without talking about their traits. So let's go over the traits here. First off, we've got KDA. Pretty standard trait, but the way this one works is every game, when you place in KDA, you will see a board. Your board will fill with these glowing tiles, and the arrangement is different each game. But it's all pretty standard stuff that fills like the back line, the front line.
Bubble.
Just kind of the formation we want you to do that game. And if they're standing, any champion on your team, so not just
10. Oh, because 10 is the normal level now. 10 is the normal max level, huh? Like 10 is always, you can always reach 10 now for this set, guys. Wait, so what the frick? Okay, so this is similar to Noxus, but without the win streak. That's good though, because you can't pivot into Noxus. That was annoying.
Just the KDAs will gain some bonus health, AD and AP.
Okay, so you need KDA emblem to give bonus health to others, even if you put them on the hex. Okay?
KDA units, they'll gain double that. But so this is actually a pretty good splash if you want to run 3 KDA. Just give your team 10% max health and AD and AP. And you'll also see...
Wait, how many emblems do you need, brother? You need 3 emblems. You need 3 emblems, man. Oof. So that's basically instant win, right? Probably. Just like 9 Demacia, it's just instant win. But luckily, we don't have Earth, man. Earth is gone. Legends are gone. Lucky, guys. GG.
First sort of Prismatic here, which is 10 KDA. Now, 10 KDA will be...
Oh, Headliner gives +1. Oh, really? Oh, Headliner gives +2 then. Ah, I didn't know that. Okay. He's going to say it later, probably.
Difficult to get because there are no augments that give you +1 trait or anything like that. So you're not going to see as many Prismatics as you did in the previous set. But it is a buildable spat, and you do have Headliners. So what you're going to need is like the Headliner, 2 buildable spats, go to level 9, stuff like that. So good luck, but if you can get it...
Buildable spat, okay.
All right, Pentakill. Pentakill, very similar. 3, 5, 7, 10. The way this works...
No, I don't think he means no more emblem augments. I think he means no hearts. No hearts and souls. Like, there's no Shurima soul and heart either, right? Because they didn't want you to reach 9 Shurima level 8. You feel me? I think that's what they mean. But I'm not sure yet, right? Maybe he's going to say more.
Pentakill champions built in have 15% DR. And then for each kill... So let's say you're running 7 Pentakill and you get your first kill. Your strongest Pentakill champion will rock out and increase their bonus damage to 25%. So they'll do more damage. They'll start rocking out. On the 5th kill, all your Pentakill champions rock out and your team gains 50% attack speed. So what's interesting about this is like 3 Pentakill can be a really good splash in the late game because that means you're going to be able to get that Pentakill and that attack speed and stuff like that. But it also works for the vertical here. And you can see here the 357 is, you know, 15.
It's kind of crazy. Your entire team, for just 3 of them, your entire team gains 50% attack speed, but you need to kill 5 units. The fight is almost over already, right? When you kill 5 units, you feel me? What time will PBE go live? A lot of people think in 3 hours. Hopefully, let's hope it's in 3 hours.
45% bonus damage. So, yeah, pretty cool. And then, yeah, this is actually the hardest to hit 10. So, like, if you're looking for your Demacia 10, if you will, Pentakill 10 is definitely going to be that. But again, it's a 10. It requires a lot to go right, and there aren't as many ways to get extra +1 traits. True Damage. True Damage does bonus True Damage. Shocker. But that's actually a small part of their bonus. That's nothing too crazy. What's more interesting is that any champion has at least 1 item on them, kind of like the old Cyber bonuses, gains a unique ability, Bling bonus. So an example of this might be Yasuo, who, as long as he has 1 item, can do a 12% execute. So you want to make sure you have your items kind of spread out for this sometimes. Sometimes you don't need to fully spread it out here. For example, if you're not really playing around Senna, maybe lowering her mana cost isn't really something you need to do. But this Bling bonus can open up some really cool options. And then if you can hit 9 true damage, which again, one of our Prismatics harder to hit, that true damage goes up and those Bling bonuses go platinum, giving an even more interesting output. So, cool. All right, Disco.
But 9 isn't as hard to hit, remember, guys. But I mean, it's still really hard because there's only 6. It's insane. So 7, so you still need +2. Okay.
Actually, a pretty...
But I'm just saying level 9 is not as hard to hit as it was, right? They're smoothing it out. I think it should be easier than set 8, right? Is what they were talking about? Like level 9, the level 10 is the new level 9, right?
Standard trait here. It's a 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you have at least 3 in, you'll get a disco ball that you can place on your board. Unlike something like Jade in the past, the disco ball is not interactable. You're not going to do damage to it. It's not a target dummy or anything like that. But any allies that start next to it gain some attack speed and healing every few seconds. And so this is a really good ramping thing. If you can, you know, keep your units alive for a while. Let's say you're running 5 disco and the fight has gone, you know, 20 seconds. All of a sudden you've got like 80-90% attack speed, so it can get pretty nutty. Again, if you can stall that.
That sounds pretty fun.
At 5 piece, you're also going to get 2 disco balls, so that's going to allow you to not have to just group around that 1 disco ball. But yeah, there you go. Continuing on, Heartsteel. Heartsteel is my personal favorite. This is the economy trait, but it's very different this time. Unlike before, where you would go on these like big 12 loss streaks and then get a big cash out, that's not going to happen this time because every 4-player combats, it's going to auto cash out, whether you won or lost. Nothing changes that. Instead, in those 4-player combats, based on how many Heartsteel you had, how many kills you got, how many losses you got, and what stage it is, that will convert into hearts. The more hearts you get, the bigger the cash out. So, for example, if you're running 3 Heartsteel and you go on a 4-loss streak on 2-1, you're not actually going to get that much. You're going to get, like, maybe a component if you're lucky. Nothing too crazy. But imagine it's 6-1, you're at 100 health, and all of a sudden you put in 7 Heartsteel on 6-1, and then proceed to lose the next 4 fights while also getting a few kills. Whew! That'll be a big cash out.
That's base. No, that's pretty cool, guys. Imagine you're sitting there and you're in a 1v1, right? And you just slammed some garbage items to keep your win streak. And you're 80 health. You're let's say stage 6 start, 80 health. There's only 4 people remaining. They're pretty low. And you're sacking anyway to go level 9, right? Or level 10, I guess, right? You're fast 9. You're sacking anyway, 4 more. Frigate. You just put in all the Heartsteel. You just get triple radiant item. And then you just smurf. Isn't that sick? That's sick, no? That's actually kind of cool. No, it's not for Giga Comeback. Because Giga Comeback, you're freaking dead. You feel me?
Go up a lot per stage.
If you have 20 health, you're not putting that in.
You can actually pivot into it in the late game, trade some health for some rewards, then pivot back out of it. And that's what I love about it, is it's really flexible. You can play around as
And that way also, it's not, oh, nice, he has 2-1 Piltover. I lost the game, you know? I'm playing for a second. That is actually pretty good, because they did say that they want to do that. And I was skeptical, because how are they going to do it? Well, this is a way. Yes.
Really common thing I'll do is like on my 4-2 roll down, if I hit the Heartsteel Ezreal or the Heartsteel Yone or Set, I'll play that for a few stages, do one cash out, then pivot back out and find a different headliner. So pretty fun. Yeah. All right. Punk. Punk is the reroll comp of the set, if you will. If you're one of those people that likes staying level 5 and rerolling for a long time, Punk is for you because it's a 1/1 2/2 champions, and it can go 2/4/6. But here's what's interesting: if you play Punk at all, let's say you play 2 Punk, the next fight, the next combat planning phase, you'll get a 1 cost reroll instead of a 2 cost. It's like your reroll will cost 1 less gold, and every time you reroll, you are going to increase your bonus on this trait. So, for example, it asks you every turn to at least press reroll once to get that 3% bonus. But let's say you reroll a few more times, you can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc., etc. And this trait will stack up. I've seen it as high as, you know, by the end game, you can hit like 1200 health and 120 AD. So it can get pretty nutty if you've got reroll. Works great with things like Golden Ticket. But yeah, you can get these really big reroll bonuses. So if you like pressing reroll,
That's pretty sick. That's pretty fun.
All right, 8-bit. 8-bit's another interesting trait because it's kind of your flat AD of the trait, but the difference is based on the damage your team deals, this is going to ramp up over time. And so, you know, you'll literally get to see a high score meter. There's this like arcade machine that sits on the board.
That's cool.
And the more damage you deal, the higher this goes. And there'll be these breakpoints basically where every time it's going to stack up, and you can see up to 20 times. So for example, if you're running 2 8-bit, and you get this to the max stack, this is going to give an additional, I believe it's like 35% AD, which for a 2-piece trade is pretty good. And you can get this pretty high here. And if you can somehow reach the 20th tier and have 6 8-bit in, you will hit a grand prize, which is kind of fun. It's pretty hard to do, though, without like a 3-star 4 cost. But it's possible. You have to do a lot of damage. It's kind of fun to see how much damage you did in totality across the entire game. So
that's actually really cool, no? That's so
Country.
cool.
Country is our summon trait, as I mentioned on.
And who is it? Caitlyn, right? That's Caitlyn. Yeah, it's Caitlyn. Corki 1 cost, Riven, whatever the frick this is. What was this, guys? I'm sure people know in the chat.
Broadcast. It's a pretty easy trait to play.
Garen. Okay, Garen.
You play around Urgot and Samira. You play Thresh as kind of your front line, and you get that Hecarim that comes in. The Hecarim powers up at 3 and 5, providing extra power to your team. And if you can get 7, which is pretty tough because you need...
When your team loses 30% of their health, that's interesting, no? It probably just tallies all the health together. Call a Dreadseed that empowers your team. Each country star level increases the Dreadseed's health and attack damage. So it's basically just a Void, right? Ish. Void-ish, right? Just a summon trait.
A headliner and an emblem. And again, as I said...
And it becomes bigger.
This time.
It's Hecarim.
It's not a craftable emblem. But there are still occasional things like a tome drop and stuff like that.
It's not a craftable emblem.
So if you can get 7, but there are, as I said, if you can get 7, which is pretty tough because you need a headliner and an emblem. And again, as I said, emblems are pretty rare this time. It's not a craftable emblem, but there are still.
So there is actually no augments that give you emblems. There's actually no augments that give you emblems if he's saying it like that, right? Because it's easy to get a headliner and a freaking emblem, right? So there's just like portals can drop Ancient Archives is probably still in the game, just not with Earth, you know. Yeah, headliners give 2.
Things like a tome drop and stuff like that.
Spatula augments, you can't craft it, so spatula is useless for this.
So if you can get 7, the Hecarim gets pretty big. But yeah, so should remind you a lot of Cultist Galio. All right, Emo. Emo champions' abilities cost less mana to cast, and they gain mana whenever an ally dies. So, for example, if you're running 4 Emo, your Annie's ability is going to cost 25.
Isn't that kind of funny? Because, like, tiers are blue, or like in games they are blue, I guess. And it's like mana is, you know. That's kind of funny, no? They die and they cry, so they get mana.
Less. And then every time an ally dies, she gains, you know, some extra mana to cast even quicker. And as I mentioned, Annie's a champion where once she casts 4 times, then she starts doing empowered casts. And so that's why you want Emo to kind of do that. The other thing worth calling out here is that there is an emo emblem. So, for example, if you want to run Karthus with an emo emblem, that's a really cool combination because now...
Wait, what did he say?
If you want to run Karthus with an emo emblem, that's a really cool combination because now Karthus's mana cost goes down 25%, which is a lot. And then, you know, you also gain that mana on kill. So if you can get an emo emblem, stay on the lookout for that one. It's a powerful one.
You need 2 emblems. But if you get it, you get 6 freaking emo, 25 AP bonus, 40% less mana cast, and gain 25 mana when someone dies. That's kind of sick, no?
All right. EDM. This is the most
common. Oh yeah, emblem and chosen. You just need emblem and chosen. Yeah, true.
Of the set.
If you have a chosen Karthus and you give him an emo emblem, will he give you 2 emo? Does anyone know?
Milk, if you're watching, this is the thing that you should be liking. This is like legend.
No. So they only give... The headliner only gives their main trait, or what? It will highlight the +1 trait. Oh, okay. They have like their own trait that they give +1, like probably KDA and stuff, right? All right.
It's a pretty complicated trait.
So that's kind of bad because you want to run probably headliner Karthus, right? If you're doing this, because he's your main carry most likely, and but you have to run some garbage headliner. But I mean, Poppy's probably fine. It's still a 4 cost, right? It should still be strong.
But the way it works...
What is a headliner? Sometimes in shops, there will be a headliner that appears. When you buy it, it's instantly a 2-star unit. Every unit has headliners, has their headliner style. It will be a 2-star. Instantly, it will also cost as much as a 2-star, I believe. And it will be much stronger. And every shop has it until you buy a headliner. If you have a headliner, then every 4th shop will be a headliner. So you can pivot if you want a different headliner.
There are 4 EDM champs. There's no emblem. You can't get an emblem on this one. You're going to pick one of them to sample from. So let's say you pick Lux. At a specific frequency, so a certain time, it's tuned per champion. So each champion has a different amount. All the EDM's champions will transform and cast that ability. So, for example, if you have all 4 of these EDM champions on the board, and you have Lux as your sample, every, I believe it's 6 seconds, I could be wrong, that number might be incorrect, all these champions will cast Lux's ability. And so you'll get these 4 lasers going, doo! Or you could do it with Zac, and all of a sudden, all 4 of them will transform into Zac and start bouncing around doing their ult and then go back. And so it's pretty cool to see them all
pretty cool,
play
no?
off of each other. And you can see here as you have more of the trait, if you go all the way up to like 4-piece, they'll do that more often and they'll do it stronger. So pretty.
But what about the AP and stuff? Like who's getting, like Lux is AP, and then who else is it? Zed, right? Zed is probably AD. So if he casts Lux laser, does he just take? He probably just yoinks her full damage, right? So it's just if you have 4 EDM, you just get 100%. You just get 4 Lux lasers or what? Increase frequency by 1 second. Shareholder stats. Probably. Has to, right?
Pretty tough to play around. I don't recommend playing it your first game unless something goes very right. But there are some pretty cool builds where you can position and play around and do some cool stuff. We've even seen really weird versions where like you keep your Zed trapped so it samples.
It says 50% effectiveness, little bro. Brother man, it could be the base damage 50%. It doesn't say that it scales with the AP, but it probably does, okay? But no need to little bro me. Frick you, brother man.
More often. This is definitely the most complicated trait. All right, Jazz. This is going to be the most popular trait for all of you turbo nerds. Do you guys remember Stand United, the augment?
And why is he flaming us, man? Why is he flaming us, man? Come on, man. You like jazz, guys? Does anyone like jazz? You like jazz? Eh? You like jazz?
That said the more traits you play, the stronger it gets. And challenger players love that. It's a trait now. Jazz says for each non-unique trait active, your team gains bonus health and bonus damage. So late game, it is very common to play something like Lucian and Misfortune for 2 Jazz, and then try to splash in 2 Guardian, 2 Sentinel, 2 Big Shot, 2 whatever, and have this long trait web with a powerful Jazz comp. And then you can get the emblem, which is a buildable emblem, and then you can make that...
Oh, this is going to be so good, no? This is gonna be so good for flex gameplay, right? Copium? Surely we'll be able to play flexibly, right? Surely, guys. Surely I'm not gonna start every video by saying Ancient Archives 1, Ancient Archives 1, Ancient Archives 1, Ancient Archives 2, branching out, Ancient Archives 1, clicking that same spot, getting a Demacia emblem, and playing the game exactly the same way for 500 games in a row, guys. Surely, we're not gonna do that, right? Right, guys? No more, please. Right, guys?
A really cool endgame comp with a very wide set of traits. So pretty neat. Like I said, I think you're going to see a lot of Jazz, especially in Challenger lobbies. We've had to keep toning this one down, but you're going to love this trait. I expect to see a ton of Jazz. Hyper Pop, pretty simple one here, and adds some extra utility to Lulu and Ziggs. When they cast an ability, they grant mana and attack speed to their 2 closest allies. So if you ever want to make mana battery Lulu, here you go. If you run both of them, that goes up. And then if you can somehow get an emblem and a headliner, you can get up to 4 Hyper Pop, and that can get pretty wild here.
Wait, but is it just permanent attack speed? And 4 seconds, okay.
So definitely check that out. My favorite is if you can get like Hyper Pop Ahri, play that with the Lulu, play some Spellweaver, play that with Ziggs, and get like...
That with emo looks cool, true.
Like, pretty crazy. You can get these really cool comps going where your casters are going nutty. So, pretty fun trait.
Ooh.
All right,
imagine emo emblem on one of the hyper pops, you feel me? That's pretty based. Ancient Archives 2, emo emblem and hyper pop, guys. You know what's sad though? Double Demacia is still gonna be better, guys. Demacia is somehow gonna get into this set, aren't they, guys? Demacia has to always win. Frick this.
Classes. Big Shot. This is your pretty standard AD class, a lot of spell casting.
Cool. Look, Big Shot is
the way this works is they get some bonus attack damage. So let's say you're running 4. It'll be 15% attack damage, nothing crazy. But then when they cast their ability...
Nice, and that's Ezreal, okay.
It'll go up to 60%.
Based.
But that does include the spell. So let's say Misfortune casts. That cast will be with 60% AD. And then...
Wow, Bruiser looks so cool. True, man.
For the next 3 seconds as well. So you'll get your spell plus a few big autos, then it'll go back down to normal. So kind of a cool twist on flat AD. Bruisers are back. Your team gains 100 bonus health. Really good to splash into Bruiser, especially for your Jazz comps. Otherwise, they gain health. They're back. There's no 8 Bruiser yet. We'll see. And there's no 3 Bruiser, so you can go back to memeing me now. All right, Crowd Diver. Now, when people read this, I'm sure you're thinking, uh-oh, it's Assassins. Nope. That's not how it works this time. Crowd Divers, the way it works is they gain some bonus damage. So let's say you're running 2 Crowd Diver. They gain 5% bonus damage. Every second they're alive, that's going to go up. So it's going to go 6%, 7%, 8%, etc. They're ramping. They actually do ramping damage. So the longer you can keep them alive, the more damage you deal.
That's pretty cool.
Now here's the twist. When Crowd Divers die, what they will do is they will leap onto like the back line, onto the furthest enemy, and they'll do this like AoE slam that will stun enemies for 1.5 seconds, and then they die. They're gone, right? So there's no like jumping to the back line and casting their spells or anything, but they do provide some good backline disruption. And it's really funny if you're running like 4 Crowd Diver, and as they die, you just like repeatedly stun the enemy carry. So
that's pretty good.
Funny.
That's pretty reasonable, guys. That's pretty reasonable. Remember, they said no assassin trait. I mean that seems reasonable, right? They're not gonna freaking, no one's gonna kill your freaking Ezreal with 300 magic damage. He's not gonna die, guys. Don't worry about it. He's gonna get stunned though. That's good.
But I don't necessarily recommend playing it as like a 6-piece right away. But it is nice to splash 2 of them and get that backline utility. So, again, not an assassin trait, but still some interesting backline disruption. Let us know what you think on this twist.
And Kiana is that, huh? Oh, so we can go 6 Crowd Diver Kiana and stack her up with infinite bonus damage. And I hope they make her bigger as well. You know, when you give her Titans and stuff, she grows. I hope this grows her. You feel me, guys? Yeah, I want her to grow, guys. Yeah.
Again, we've talked about how there won't be any assassins this set. This is the closest.
You smell me, guys?
But yeah, let us know. All right, Dazzlers. Dazzlers are back, and again, very good splash here because their abilities reduce their target's damage by 15%, so it's going to make your enemy do less damage, which is nice. And then they also do some additional damage to their spell. It'll basically imagine if you hit somebody for 100 with your spell, at 2-piece you'll see some extra ticks that will make another 20 damage. So just some extra like bleed on top of it. Can be really nice.
That's not
really
bad.
Good with Ziggs. Ziggs can hit like a wide part of the board. Twisted Fate also uses it pretty well. So yeah, Dazzlers. All right, Sentinel. Sentinel is going to be one of the more popular splashes.
Ooh, your team gains armor and magic resist. That's really nice. The entire team gains the tankiness with Sentinel. And Sentinels gain double.
It gives your entire team armor and MR. So 2 Sentinel, very valuable to get 16 armor and MR. And Sentinels gain double that. So kind of like Bastion in that regard. So, you know, you run a 4-piece Sentinel.
Oh, 4 is kind of hard to get, right? 4 is like 2. You'll probably have 2 in every team, no? You'll always play a Blitzcrank.
Have 70 armor and MR, which is a lot of tankiness. So otherwise, pretty standard trait here. Edgelord. This one's interesting. Edgelords gain attack speed. So they'll gain, 25% attack speed at 3. If their target drops below half health, that will double. So they'll get this like double for a bit. Mm-hmm. And if they're within 1 hex range, so basically if they're in melee range, which means if you're going like, a range thing or you've got a bunch of snipers focuses, it's not going to work, but they'll actually dash and slash through and move themselves closer to the back line. So
Rek'Sai style.
Edgelords pretty powerful. Yeah.
Remember, Yasuo 1 cost can stack up infinite attack damage. I'll definitely try Yasuo today instantly.
Executioner. Executioner means your abilities can critically strike, and they gain critical strike damage. So if you want your Samira spell to crit, make sure you run 2 Executioner.
No, it's not like Challenger. Challenger dashes after they kill. This is they dash through them, like Rek'Sai.
And then the lower their opponent's health, they get increased critical strike damage. So
based on the target's missing health, okay.
So that means they're going to crit more often against lower health targets, aka Executioner. Nothing crazy.
Oh. So it's kind of weird because usually you want to go 100% crit on these units, but here you might not want to do that. You feel me, guys? It's kind of weird a little bit, right?
Mosher.
You probably want like 80 or 70-ish% crit, Because if you 100% crit, but you get more crit chance, so it's converted into crit damage, right? So it's fine, right?
Mosher is kind of a weird comp. I don't recommend playing it vertical yet, unless you get an emblem or 2. There's a lot of melee champions in Mosher, but the Moshers gain attack speed and Omnivamp, which increases based on how low they are. So if you're missing half your health, it increases 50%.
Oh, okay.
But again, that's pretty cool for champions like Jax, champions like Urgot, stuff like that. Even Poppy can actually use the attack
Urgot.
speed.
Okay,
Poppy
nice.
has very high base AD. So, but the problem is if you run 6 of them, you have 6 melee champions. It can get a little gross. So, all right, Spellweaver, our typical AP comp here, pretty basic. The one thing worth noting here is that 3-piece Spellweaver gives your entire team 15 AP, so it's a very good splash to try to run 3 Spellweaver.
Your team gains 15 ability power. Okay, Spellweavers gain more, plus 20 at 3. Plus extra ability power whenever a Spellweaver casts an ability. So all the Spellweavers get ability power when one of them casts.
Then if you're running more than that, you also gain more.
Surely,
so for
right?
example, if you're running 3 Spellweaver, your Spellweavers have 35 ability power. And then every time a Spellweaver casts a spell, they get +1. So this is one of those, like, if everyone's casting and casting and casting, it could snowball pretty out of control.
Okay, so it's like Heart. It's like Heart from set 8. That's cool. I love that.
Ari's the best.
I love that.
She's got that low mana cost, but really
10. Yes, guys, 10 because headliners give 2. Remember, guys, headliner gives you +2. So if you play a headliner Ahri, you probably get +2 Spellweaver. But honestly, not necessarily, because Ahri might be specific to KDA. Headliner Ahri might give you +2 KDA, but who knows, right? Who knows?
Really, Annie can do it pretty well too. A really cool version of this is you run like 7 Spellweaver, And then everyone's building up that AP, and then Sona with the damage casts her spell, wipes the board.
Ooh.
So, pretty neat. And Spellweavers are one class that does have a Prismatic. If you can get 10 Spellweaver, cool. Yeah, good luck. But if you can, it's
10 AP per cast is insane, bro. It's crazy.
All right, Guardian.
Complete
Guardian's
Exodia.
back, pretty standard. Once per combat at 50% health. Guardians shield themselves and their closest ally for 1% of max health. So if you're running 4 Guardian and Tarek drops below half health, he'll shield himself and one ally, which can be a lot of health to chew through. Don't try to run this like 8 or honestly even 6 can be a little nutty. But if you wanted to run something that's really ramping, 6
That's
Guardian,
really good.
2 Emo Annie, for example, can ramp up and get that Annie doing a lot of damage. But yeah, pretty standard tank trait. All right, Superfan. This is an interesting one.
Improve your headliner. That's sick.
Superfan is a 1/1/2/3, so kind of leans itself into rerolling, but not completely. And the way Superfans work is they
5, you get a free Radiant item. Okay.
love your headliner. Whoever your headliner is, it could be Karthus, it could be Ahri, it could be one of them. It doesn't matter. They're going to improve your headliner. So much like Demacia, if you're running 3 headliner, let's say you're running Kennen, Lilia, and Gnar, and your headliner is Evelynn, at 3-piece, Evelynn will get a custom tailored item added on. Again, much like Demacia.
Okay.
So, whoops, that's my wake-up alarm. Sorry about that. So
PTSD, guys. This sound, no? PTSD, man. He got us good. He got me, guys. I thought it's time for school. I was about to wakey, guys. It's time for school.
Every superfan will get, every champion has their own item. We'll publish that list at some point, but they'll get a cool item. So really good in the early game. If you're running 4 superfan, your headliner also gains extra health and omnivamp. And then if you can run 5 superfan, that item will turn radiant. So a common build of this is like 4 superfan, 5 KDA.
Ooh, you know what I'll do, guys? I'll put the superfan emblem on my headliner. You feel me, guys? So they can jerk themselves off. You feel me, guys? The narcissism build. Based. Narcissism action, guys. Let's go. Woo.
Run like a headliner Ahri, you're gonna get a free item. Your Ahri's gonna get some omnivamp, stuff like that.
Don't do that, by the way. That will be really bad. I don't even know if there's an emblem. I didn't listen. I was crafting the narcissism joke.
That.
Someone says ASAP Rocky build. Lamau. I have no clue. I know ASAP Rocky. I know like one song. I have no clue if he's a narcissist, but that sounds pretty fun. That sounds like a good meme, sir. Good one, man. Good one.
So, super fans are a cool splash into any comp.
Ooh, rapid fire.
Get your headliner looking real good. Rapid fire, pretty basic here. Your team gains attack speed. They gain more attack speed. It's a ramping attack speed trait. Attack speed.
Your team gains 10% attack speed for 2 of them, huh? You know what? You know what the thing is about this set though? Like the main thing, right? If you're paying attention to the traits, in set 9 there was not a single, almost no traits that were like your whole team gains X. They really like the whole thing of set 9 was go deep, go 9 Shurima, 9 Demacia, even 7 Demacia, just go 7. Like in set 8 you would never go. Like, what was there? Like, if you go 7 something, it was trash. It was only 9 or nothing. Like 3 and, like, low amount. But here you go, like, in set 9, you went super deep, and it was turbo boring, right? Because you would have to just only play these, like, it was, like, for complete casuals. But here, you have the Jazz trait, and then it's, like, screaming at you. Like, if the game is balanced, the best comp will always be full legendary board with, like, Jazz, a little bit of rapid fire, a little bit of guardian, like you feel me, guys? A little bit of sentinel or whatever it was, you know, like a little bit of everything. Maybe, I mean, 3 superfans seems scuffed. Okay, 3 superfans seems scuffed, and if you want to go 5 superfan for the radiant, that's a lot of investment, right? But if you can benefit from the health and omnivamp, it seems like that will be fine as well.
Okay, that's it for champs and traits. Let's talk about the set mechanics. First up, Headliner. If you haven't heard by now, Chosen is back, but now it's called Headliners. There's quite a bit different here, but the first thing you'll notice is that there are Headliners in your shop, and you can see here Caitlyn. They come at 2-star.
Guys, look at this ability icon. It looks so cool. Her eye is so beautiful, guys. No? Oh, man, I love Caitlyn, guys. You feel me, guys? Yeah, that eye would look better with a little bit of white. What? What? Anyway, guys, it looks cool. Look, the headliner effects are not just effect plus 10% damage, champ hunt adds 1 additional shot. That's pretty cool, no?
And before you ask,
it's pretty cool, guys. What do you think?
At 1-star, it does very bad things to the game. Didn't work out. So 2-star Caitlyn, there she is. One of her traits will be glowing. So if you take this, rapid fire gets +1, and then she'll be 2-star. And then the other thing is you can mouse over them and you can see their ability. Headliner effect plus 10% AD, and her ult hits 1 additional shot. So instead of 4, I believe it's 5.
And she gives you 2 rapid fire
champion
by herself. She gives you 2 rapid fire by herself. That's not bad.
Every champion has a unique headliner effect. You're going to want a headliner on your board. Yeah. So headliner's back. There are some other details. I don't remember if I put a slide in. Hang on. Let me... Oh.
Guys, you know, like I just want to say, I was the first one that was into hooves. I just want to say that, guys. Now everybody thinks they can be into hooves. Just like I was getting ridiculed for saying I want to suck on toes all the way back in 2015. And now it's the cool thing to suck on toes, guys. You feel me, man? And I'm telling you guys, I am the only mother trucker saying I want to lick armpits. And I promise you, give it 3 years. 3 years, guys. Everyone's going to be talking about armpits, guys. True. Freak you guys, man.
All right. Kent was in my deck. Thanks, Kent. Kent's clearly excited. Lilia with a custom skin.
She is so cute, though, man.
You give Kent a little power. This is what he does.
No, and he did great.
On track.
He did great, Morty. He did great. That is cute, man. Look how kawaii she is, man. Kawaii One-chan. This... Very cute, guys. Ooh, woo.
You give Kent a little power. This is what he does.
That's great, man.
All right, back on track. Headliners have a unique effect, as I mentioned, and everyone is custom tailored this time, which is nice because as we're trying to balance the game, if something's off, we can very clearly adjust.
Very good.
Right? If hypothetically, let's say Cassandra.
Jinx, minigun attacks grant an extra 1% attack speed. Rocket launcher attacks deal an extra 10% damage. That's kind of sick, no?
It's just the best tank in the
game. She
has
double form.
There's a
he didn't get into that.
Clear lever here.
Jinx is a 2-cost, I believe.
Headliner effect. So this is really nice. And as you can see, a lot of them are pretty basic. So like Corky's AD, Tom Kench's health, Cassandra has health. Others can be more interesting, right? Like Jinx, for example, minigun grants an extra 1% attack speed. Rocket launcher attacks deal an extra 10% damage. Cool. Yasuo gains Omnivamp. Bard, at combat start, for every 8 times Bard has cast, play a Doot. Pretty interesting. So yeah, you can look through all these. I'll keep the slide up here for just a second. But like I said, some are unique, some are basic. But again, having a nice lever for every headliner. So good. So good. 3 and 4 costs, same thing. You can see they start to scale a little bit, but nothing too crazy. You know, even in this world, what are we seeing? And 4 costs actually go down in power.
Blitzcrank, passive zaps also deal additional max health magic damage. Oh, that's sick. Maybe you can go like tank, little bit of damage dealer Blitzcrank.
Because 4 costs themselves are already very strong. You can see, for example, Vex is 25% bonus ability power, while Ahri is 15% bonus ability power. And again, that's intentional, right? This is very clear balance levers to try to make...
Oh, Jinx is a 1-cost. Oh, okay.
Certain strategies more or less dominant.
Wait, Caitlyn gets free Runons? Fire an additional bolt that deals 60% damage. She gets free Runons.
Have good control over this.
Sick.
So for those of you that are very worried about...
Twist of Fate throws 3 additional cards.
The balance, even if we don't...
True Damage Akali just is 10% 50 health better, look.
Nail it perfectly. There are plenty of ways to get things on the right.
It's the same thing, just 50%, 50 health more.
Just some fun ones here. Blitzcrank, passive zaps also.
Remember, KD Akali is the assassin. True Damage Akali seems like a bruiser-ish, from what he said.
Magic damage.
Mordekaiser is insane.
One of the crazier ones. Remember how I mentioned
when his solo kills gain 2% permanent ability power. Oh, frick. That's sick, okay.
Also gains MR, so.
After dropping below 15% health or dying, gains 50 permanent max health on set as well. That's cool.
Tanky on both axes.
That's really cool, guys.
Can end up being really good. Mordekaiser's another one.
Wait, what is Urgot? I want to play Urgot, guys. 10% Omnibamp, 15% bonus attack damage. I mean, it's not bad because he also gets Omnibamp from his trait. What was it? What was the trait? Pentakill? No. Something.
200 health, 5% of bonus.
Wait, what was Urgot's trait?
When he solo kills,
Mosher, exactly, Mosher.
Permanent ability power. So you can.
So he gets, if you just buy the headliner, he just gets, I think, 25% Omnibamp for free.
Carry Mordekaiser.
If you play Mosher.
If you get the headliner Mordekaiser.
Moshi. Ayaya.
Pretty early.
Sure,
so
man.
Pretty fun. Yeah. And then we have our 5 costs. Obviously, with the 5 costs, we had to do something a little more unique sometimes. For example, Sona, every attack increases her attack speed by 2%. She attacks a lot. She's actually a really good Ginsu's user, so this is pretty good for her. Kiana, when Kiana copies an item, grant her 5% bonus attack damage. Yorick, summon 2 extra zombies. The big zombie is bigger. It's pretty fun. So, yeah. There you go. There's your headliner effects.
Wait, did he say permanent attack speed or what? Wait. I was zoned out.
Attack damage.
ADHD, guys. Sorry.
Kiana, when Kiana copies an item, grant her 5% bonus attack damage. Yorick, summon 2 extra zombies. The big zombie is bigger. It's pretty fun. So, yeah. There you go. There's your headliner effects.
This is not permanent 2% attack speed for... Yeah, of course not. Like for Sona, of course not. Oh!
One last thing. There you go. There's your headliner effects. One last thing about headliners before we move on. Since I guess I didn't have a slide in there, is that the way headliners work is if you do not have a headliner, every single shop will have a headliner. The right side, it'll always be that slot, which means you have a 100% drop rate. If you do have a headliner, what'll happen is in 1 out of every 4 shops, it will be there. Now, what that does mean is you are going to be slightly nerfed. You're only going to see 19 units instead of 20 because you can't, like, let's say you're playing KDA and you have a Nico headliner you're very happy with. Cool. And then you see an Ahri headliner in your shop, but you just want the basic Ahri unit. Sorry, you can't. That's just not how it works. The other thing to note is if you see a headliner you like and you try to buy it, what'll happen is the game will say, nope, you got to sell your old one first. So no mistakes, things like that. Again.
I mean, that can be frustrating, but like you got to do it somehow, right? This is fine. But that can definitely be frustrating, right? If you're rolling for Ahri and you get a freaking headliner, like GG, I guess.
Very confident in the system.
But I mean, I'm pretty sure you want to go 4-cost headliner, no, not freaking Nico. You probably just want to pivot. And then you already have 2 Ahris, GG. And now you have 5. Deserved. And you just go 3-star Ahri, frick it, just hit.
Though there will be
not
some
really,
slight
guys.
feels bads, but overall it is a massive improvement to headliners and allows you a lot of flexibility. So, alright. Portals are back. Portals are this time much more subdued though. You can see here we're not doing anything crazy like House Light Shield or anything like that. And instead we are focused on, you know, just a slight modification to the game.
Good.
So start with a completed item anvil. Cool. Player health increase. Cool. There's some new ones here like multi-talented though. So, and the way it's going to work is when we ship.
Well, brother, you got to say what multi-talented does, no? Is he just trying to not tell us? Hello? Gold per augment. Nice. You can see some on the left as well on the small screenshot. Prismatic augment last. Okay. Entourage. Okay.
Yep. There are going to be these portals. So you can get a full list here. And again, nothing.
The gold augment first. The first augment this game will be gold tier. Prismatic augment first. All silver augments. Ah, man. No, man. Someone's gonna vote for that every single time. Frick these guys. Prismatic augment third, gold augment third, tier 3 start. Tier 3 start. Start with a 3-cost champion. Cool. Duplicator start. Okay. Triple champion start. Start with 3 random 1-cost champions. Gold per augment, gold per item. Pot of gold at stage 6-1. All living players split a pot of 120 gold. Usually like 4 people are alive at stage 6. Maybe like some 4 to 6. 4 to 6, let's say. 4. Stage 6 is kind of late. 4. That's actually kind of cool, no? Imagine it's a 1v1. Artifact anvils start with 1 random... Okay, artifact, that's good. Component anvils start with 2 component anvils. Radiant item on stage 3-7. Gain a magnetic remover and choose 1 of 5 radiant items. Okay. Completed anvil. Scuttle puddle is still in it. Very base, guys. Everybody loves that one. Player health increase. Start with 115 health. Okay. Immortal Bastion. Double item carousel. That's very cool as well. We love that. Training dummy. Okay, that's cool. Start with a training dummy. Unit accelerator. Your team gains plus 10% attack speed and bonus move speed. That's pretty cool. That's fine, I guess. But on these portals, you always have these things where some units are more broken with attack speed, so you gotta... Everyone plays the same unit. Showtime. Headliners appear in your shops as if you were 1 level higher. Very cool. Multi-talented. Headliners grant +1 to another one of their traits. Oh, very cool.
Here. A lot of
very cool.
Control. Your first augment.
Did they remove legends? Yes.
All augments this game will be silver. The last augment of this game will be prismatic. Stuff like that. Some basic champion ones. Start with a 3-cost champion. Start with a champion duplicate.
We'll skip a little bit because I read it.
Select an augment, but nerfed. On all living players, split a pot of 120 gold. Wild here. Scuttle puddle is back. That's probably the most wild one. Let's see here. Player health increase.
But these are not all of them, right? Because we saw some others, I think, that aren't listed here.
And then we have our 2 new ones that kind of work with the headliner system. Headliners appear in your shop as if you were 1 level higher, so you can get much more powerful headliners early. And multi-talented. Headliners grant +1 to another one of their traits. So that Caitlyn, for example, could give +1 8-bit and rapid fire.
Yeah, Entourage is on. Yeah, Entourage.
So, yeah. And then the other thing to note here is that we are planning in a later patch, probably right after Christmas break, we're going to add some more. We wanted to keep these separate from the game for now.
Oh, they add some more. Okay. Silver Gold Prismatic augments. Okay, this is always the one that I hate. Silver Gold Prismatic is just a little bit boring. Silver Start. Random champion. Twice per stage. Gain a high-cost champion. Okay, so that's just the Ionia thing. Or the Fleshing Arena. Yeah. Tailor champion. Every stage. Gain a... Yeah, that's the Ionia thing. Support Anvil. Spatula. Tactician's Crown. Okay. Reforgers. Gain 2 item Reforgers at the start of the game. Sure. Random loot. Every stage, all players gain random loot. So that's just Hall of the 9. Tome of Trades. Start with 1 Tome of Trades. Ancient Archives 1, guys. Demacia. Slayer. Every game. 500 games in a row. Woohoo, guys. Woohoo. Level 7, roll down. Don't hit Mordekaiser. You lost. 5 other people have Mordekaiser too. Wow. Treasure Armory. On stage 4-7, choose. Okay. Radiant Blessing. At 40 player health, gain a blessing that contains loot. Okay. Because they say Radiant, like Targon's Blessing. I thought because they say Radiant, it's a Radiant item, but it's not.
We don't want everything going crazy your very first game. So some of the more crazy portals we're going to hold back. But we do want to make it very clear. They might even be on PBE to test for a bit. But these will not be there at launch. They will not be there for the Vegas Open. So you can see Silver Gold Prismatic, Random Champion.
A lot of people are asking, when is the new set? It is in approximately, usually, we don't know for sure, but usually it's in like 3 hours from now. Usually. 3 to like 4 or 5 hours from now. But it can be late if they have bugs, whatever.
And none of these are even that crazy, but we purposely just wanted to hold back a few and not go nuts right at the beginning. Start with a Spatula, start with a Tactician's Crown. Every stage, all players gain random loot from a highly varied pool. The Tome of Traits one in particular, that's one I'd like us to hold back. The Treasure Armory, Radiant Blessing, stuff like that. So those will come. If you have any other portals you're sad or leaving or something like that, let us know. But yeah, portals. All right, augments.
Ooh.
Augments are back. I'm not going to go over every augment, and to be honest, some of these numbers might be incorrect. Things have been getting adjusted as we go, so bear with me here. Again, some might not be correct, but what you're going to see here is a lot of augments this set are not new, but there's two main changes to call out. The first is anything that granted +1 to a trait. So this is Wandering Trainer, Ancient Archives, a trait Heart, Soul, Crown, anything in that space, gone. Even Tactician.
Bro, come on, man. Why? Guys, come on. Man, Earth is gone. It's fine. If we can't get it every game, it's fine. Give me Ancient Archives too, man. Let me gamble. Give me Wandering Trainer. Wandering Trainer died for Earth's sins. For what? Frick Earth, man. Frick this stupid manatee piece of garbage, man. Frick it, man. Frick it. You know what? You know what, guys? I'm gonna buy some food in a plastic bag. I'm gonna throw that plastic bag in the ocean. Frick that manatee. Frick him, man. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna drink some chocolate milk out of the plastic bottle. Gonna throw that right into the ocean. I'm just kidding, guys. Don't do that. I'm kidding. But what? Come on, guys. That is. Come on now. I think it's a little bit crazy, okay? Because I think the most fun augment I have seen in my life is Wandering Trainer. That is the funniest thing they have ever created. And they take it out. You feel me, guys? That is... Like, I know, like, they probably designed the traits in a way where if you do get a +1, it's gonna break the game. And they don't want to do that, you know? So they can't have someone just clicking freaking Wandering Trainer and it's Jover, you feel me? But it's kind of crazy. Like, how else do you get... I mean, I guess you can still get Tome off of the portal. Okay, I'm gonna read all of these guys, because I'm interested. He said he's not gonna go over all of them. Teaming up, gain 1 random component and 2 random tier 3 champions. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Silver augment, remember? Stationary support 1. Okay, it's the same after 7 player combats. Wasn't it after 8? I feel like it was after 8. Rolling for days. Gain 8 free shop refreshes. These shop refreshes carry over between rounds. Interesting. Draven augment at the start of the game. Interesting. Silver Veil. Your units are immune to the first crown control effect. They receive each combat and gain 5% attack speed. That seems pretty good. That seems really good in my opinion. Cybernetic Bulk 1. Okay. Cyber Leech. Unified Resistance. Indomitable Will is also the CC immunity when they get a takedown. Healing Orbs. Okay. Healing Orbs buffed. No, I think it was 250. Now it's 300. Harm Assist 1. Okay. Sunfire Touch. Your unit's attacks burn their target for 5% of their maximum health over 5 seconds and reduce their target's healing received by 50%. Okay, it's just a red buff, but they renamed it. Best Friends 1. Units isolated in pairs gain... Oh, Best Friends is back. I love Best Friends. Nice. And since there's Best Friends 1, there's probably Best Friends 2 and 3. I always loved Best Friends, guys. Units that are together, only touching one other unit on your board, gain bonus attack speed. And armor. Very nice. Keepers. At the start of combat, your units grant adjacent allies a 150 health shield. Okay. Keepers. Okay. Vampirism. Your units gain 20 health. Gain an additional 9 health and 1% Omnivamp per 5 missing. Oh, cool. Okay. Very cool. Transfusion with Omnivamp. Good for something 1. Your champion with no items equipped have a 25% chance to drop 1 gold. Based. That's pretty based, no? It sounds terrible though. I'll keep it a buck, guys. You take that at 2-1, you full loss streak, you don't even gain 1 gold per round on average because you're level 3. Level 4, you gain two rounds later, you gain 1 gold on average. But you already know you're going to low roll it hard. You're going to get 0 gold 3 rounds in a row. And you go dead last, guys. You're down in augment. Great. Sticks and stones. Your champions without items shred and sunder enemies for 3 seconds. Wow. Physical damage applies shred and magic damage applies sunder. But how much? How much of a shred and sunder, brother man? 125. Gain 1 random component, 2 gold, and 1 random tier 5 champion. Okay, I mean, this cannot show up on stage 2-1. We already had that. Consistency, okay, consistency is still in. 1, 2, 3. On a roll, still in. Gain 2 gold as well. I don't think it gave 2 gold in set 9. Silver ticket. They renamed it to silver ticket, not bronze ticket anymore. Does that mean they probably removed golden ticket? Or they renamed it to prismatic ticket or something? Silver spoon, misconnections. Help is on the way. After 5 player combats, open a support item. Wow. Wow, that's really good. Because the stupid dummy gives you a random support item. Here you can choose out of 4. Right? Item armory is 4, I think, right? Or 5 maybe? Tiny Titans. Okay, everything is still the same-ish.
And the one that gives you 2
Buried treasures is still in.
Slide, but yeah.
Gold. Alright, augment silver still. Component buffet, okay. Iron assets still in. Blood money still in. Blood money is busted. Stim pack. After your tactician loses 50 health, gain 4 item components. Wait, that's kind of sick, no? We can't see. It's fine, guys. I was reading it to you. Don't worry. That's insane, no? The Stimmy? That's crazy. Latent Forge, okay, still the same. Spoils of War 1, still in it. Cool. Cool. I like Spoils of War. Cutting Corners. Leveling up costs 3 less. Still in. Army Building, still in. Risky Moves, still in. Did they change it? Loses 20 health, but after 7 player combats, gain 30 gold. I don't think they changed it. Young and Wild and Free, still in. And you gain 2 gold. Guys, wasn't Young and Wild and Free already beyond broken and now you gain 2 gold as well? This is probably not in the game. I don't think the 2 gold is in the game. Pandora's Bench is still in. Still the same. AFK is still in. Oh, you don't get a component. You were getting a component. I mean, guys, you know me. I always lost streak. I never took that. I'm just saying. I don't even know what it did. When you reach level 9, gain 35 gold. Oh, late game specialist is better because there's level 10 now. Level 10 is the new level 9, right? I think. So level 9 is like a little bit easier to get. It's like between level 8 and 9. So you can actually reach it probably more easily and get that 35 gold. Pandora's items is still in. Remember, guys, no more legends, so it's not going to be disgustingly stupid. It's just going to be sometimes that you get it. That's okay. Recon Bobo is still in. Switching gears. Whenever you break your win or loss streak, gain 2 gold. They took out inconsistency. This is very different. Inconsistency was wildly overpowered compared to this. This is way worse. This is way worse. Way worse. That sounds terrible, honestly. Like you would have to go always win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. Meanwhile, for inconsistency, you can go 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, 1 loss, right? It's way more insane. It's way more flexible. And it's only 2 gold. It should be like 4. Low key. It's crazy. It's so bad. It seems, but I'm a noob, guys. Remember, I'm a noob.
Again, nothing too
I'm not a pro. I could be wrong. I could be easily wrong.
This page worth.
It sounds freaking terrible, man. Augments gold. Portable Forge, okay. Portable Forge Plus, as always. So they kept it where if you take Portable Forge at the start of the game, you get a freaking trash thingy, huh? You can only choose two items. I think that is not needed because Portable Forge was only broken because you could just always take it because of Ornn, right? It shouldn't be broken at stage 2-1. Like, it should be the same. It's 3 now. No. Portable Forge Plus is the stage 2-1, 3-1 augment. Or 3-2 augment. And Portable Forge Plus is the stage 4-2 augment. Hello? So Portable Forge normal should be... Maybe there is no Portable Forge at 2-1. Maybe that's the point. Because there's no normal Portable Forge. Support Cash, still the same. Stationary Support 2 is a gold augment now. No. It was always gold. Never mind. Teaming up, gain a random support item and 2 random tier 4 champions. Cyber Leech, Cyber Bulk, Big Grab Bag, gain 3 random item components, 4 gold, and 1 item Reforger. Sure, like they're fine. These are all fine augments. I feel like the augments in general are not that insane right now. I mean, they still have Gifts from the Fallen and stuff. Gifts from the Fallen seems buffed again. Martyr, still the same. Know Your Enemy, still the same. Harm Assist. I think Know Your Enemy is buffed by 2%, right? I think it was 18%. 20% now. Not Today, still the same. Return Investment, still the same, 18. No hero augments? So far not, but why would they have hero augments if you already have headliners? That's the hero augment, right? You don't have carry augments because you already have the headliner that gives you carry augment style abilities for some of the units, like stacking attack damage, health, and stuff like that. You have my sword. Okay, you have my sword, you have my bow, magic wand. They should rename this You Have My Rod. No, guys. Like, don't you want to have my rod, guys? Be honest right now, Twitch chat. Do you want to have my rod? You have my rod, guys. Like, shouldn't they rename it, man? What the frick is magic wand, man? You want my rod, guys. Exactly. There we go. Combat caster. Encore, mech. The first time your headliner would die each combat, 70% of their max health. Heal 70% of their max health over 2 seconds, I assume, but they omitted one word. Very good. Edge of Night for free on your headliner. But it doesn't look like it drops aggro, so it's not as broken as Edge of Night. It doesn't drop aggro, remember? Otherwise they would say it, right? It just heals. But I mean, honestly, if it's at 1 HP and it heals 70% over 2 seconds, it has to have Edge of Night effect. Otherwise, you're at 1 HP and the other guy is already queuing up another attack and you heal for like 10% over the first millisecond and then you just die. Like that seems, it has to have Edge of Night. Yeah. No, Shimmer Injector is an instant heal. This is over 2 seconds. Maybe 35. Maybe. It could also be Zhonya's effect, like Ice Ishtal, you know? It could also be that. It doesn't say enough. We'll have to see it. Remember your roots. Allies that share a trait with your headliner gain 200 health and 10% attack speed. Cool, not bad. Talent Search. All your units gain their unique headliner bonus. Hello? That's a gold augment? Alright guys, I am a noob. I'm not challenger, I'm not a pro player, but I predict this will be moved to Prismatic. We'll see though. We will see. But I don't think the game is going to be in a way where only the headliner is the most, like, is solo carrying. I think the other units will be important as well, and I think they will very greatly appreciate having their headliner ability, and I think that being a gold augment is definitely too much. Yeah. Probably gonna move to Prismatic. Maybe. Who knows? Yeah. No, it's not +3 cards, everyone, bro. No one's throwing cards. It's only Twist of Fate. It literally says there. They gain their unique headliner bonus. Not the headliner bonus of Ahri if you have headliner Ahri. They're gonna get their own headliner bonus, man. You're not gonna have Amumu throwing magic cards, man. We're not gonna have Amumu and Annie playing Yu-Gi-Oh together, okay, guys? Don't worry, man. Lucky Streak. Gain Gambler's Blade. Ooh, base, guys. Gambler's Blade for free. And then Item Remover. Okay, cool. Gambler's Blade. The attack speed thing. When you attack, gain gold. 7% chance to drop 1 gold on each auto attack. It gives a lot of attack speed. Yeah. Blank Slate. Sell all champions in your army. What? Sell all champions in your army and on your bench for double their worth in gold. Your next 4 shop refreshes are for free. That is the most base thing I've ever seen, guys. Holy based! You're win streaking with some garbage, guys. You're level 8. You're about to go level 9, fast 9. Boom! You hit this. You cash out. Oh man, that's my favorite already. Gold augment as well, that's insane. That's actually insane. That's so stupid. That might be broken as well, we'll see. Next 4 shop refreshes as well, so you can go level 9 and just roll 4 times for free. Best Friends 2. Okay, Best Friends 2, attack speed and stuff. Keepers 2, same as Keepers 1. Big gains, guys. That's for me, you know? Because I'm huge, guys. You feel me, guys? I'm making some big gains. Right, guys? Yeah. No? Just keep reading the augments, you freaking idiot. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. I'll get going then. I'm sorry, man. No one said that in chat, by the way. I made that up myself. Schizophrenic thoughts. You feel me? That was for the joke, guys. What do you think? Do you give me an Oscar? What do you think, guys? Hold up. What was it? Big gains. Your units permanently gain 18 health every 2 takedowns. Units start with 100 bonus health. Every time 2 takedowns. Every time 2 takedowns. Takedowns are assists, guys. So every 2 assists or kill. Takedown is assist or kill. They gain 18 health. That's sick. That's so cool. Learning to spell. Your units permanently gain 1 ability power every 2 takedowns. Oh. Units start with 15. That's so cool, bro. Inspiring Epitaph. When a unit dies, the nearest ally gains a shield for 30% of their maximum health and 10% attack speed. Okay, cool. Vampirism 2, okay. Little Buddies. Your tier 4 and 5 champions gain 10% attack speed for every tier 1 and tier 2 champion you field. That's kind of fun, no? Little Buddies, that's pretty cute. Seems okay, I don't know. But that's pretty cool, no? That's pretty cute. Where were we? Low interest rates. Your maximum interest rate is capped at 2, but you gain 2 gold at the start of every player combat round. Okay, so it's just sump. Like it's just you know. Yeah, they removed that other augment, right? Okay, so you wanna stay at 30 gold, right? Oh no, you wanna stay at 20 gold. It's capped at 2. You wanna stay at 20 gold and you gain basically 40 gold interest throughout the entire game. That seems pretty strong. It seems like trash for now, right? Like just reading it seems trash. But think about it. You can donkey roll, or not even donkey roll, but you can stay at 20 instead of staying at 50. Like you almost never stay at 50 late game. You're not staying at 50, guys. If you're high rank, you're not staying at 50. It's a better hustler, yeah. It's just way better than hustler. Seems freaking crazy, guys. Yeah, seems insane. Alright, next one. Heavy hitters. Your units with at least 1.5k max health gain attack damage and ability power equal to 1% of their maximum health. Ability power as well. Very cool. So it's not just for bruisers and stuff. That's very cool, yeah. It's like the, what was it called? Titanic Strength. Heroic Grab Bag. Gain 2 lesser champion duplicators. For a gold augment. 2 lesser champion duplicators. That is actually not bad, because if you're going 3-cost reroll, that is, and you get them instantly, right? That can be good, but like when you need it, it's insane. But most of the time you'll be re-rolling it, because you're not gonna, most of the time you're not gonna need it. Gain a training dummy each round if it's the first unit that dies, I guess. Gain 2 gold. We can't see it because he's in the way. Mortok's face is in the way. I think gain a training dummy each round if it's the first unit that dies, gain 2 gold. And it's called Scapegoat, the augment. So it's just, okay, this is broken, no? This is beyond broken. You just solo frontline it. It's just, huh? Your head's in the way. I know, guys. You can't see it. I know, but I'm reading it to you guys. Like, can you just listen, man? Hello? Are you guys just all visual learners, man? Now, let me tell you guys. That makes sense, because I'm a very visual learner as well, you know? I like to look at things, you know? Like, when I'm trying to learn how to play Kai'Sa in League of Legends, I like to look at her, you know, I like to zoom in, film me, guys, and then, you know, I like to go AFK, do something else real quick, come back. Just takes 5 seconds, though, don't worry, guys. You know, it goes pretty quickly. You know, it is what it is, guys. Good for something, too, we already saw that. Crown Guarded, gain a Crown Guard. Your Crown Guard start of combat bonus AP effects are 50% stronger. Oh, so it's like Titan's Gargantuan Resolve, but for Crown Guard. Very cool. Shock Treatment. Gain a Static Shiv. Its Chain Lightning effect, blah blah blah, increased damage based on stage level. Very cool, guys, man. Infinite Static Shiv. Okay, I love these augments, man. I love these item-specific augments. where you can go double
and
item on someone and then just get crazy damage.
So you can see
and stuff. Rich Get Richer Plus, Rich Get Richer, Stars Are Born still in the game. Stars Are Born and Headliners. Seems crazy. Three's Company, gain 4 random tier 3 champions. Yeah, it's still the same. I was confused for a second. Ascension is back in the game. Okay, now that Vladimir is gone. Jewel Lotus still in. Jewel Lotus 1. We did not see Jewel Lotus 1, I believe, right? Did anyone see? I don't think Jewel Lotus 1 is in the game anymore. Yeah. Patient Study still there. There's a Silver Ascension. I didn't see that. Okay. Buried Treasures pumping up. Still same. Capriccioso Forgio is still in it as well. Three's a Crowd. Mana Burn still in. Okay, no Silver Jewel Lotus. The Twitch chat is saying. Okay. Trade Sector still in. Spoils of War 2. Golden Ticket. Each time your shop is refreshed, you have a 30% chance. Yeah. Golden Ticket is the gold augment now. So we'll see what the golden ticket is called now. The prismatic one. Maybe prismatic ticket, maybe rainbow ticket, right? Who knows? All of that would make sense. Sleight of hand. Or maybe they just removed it because it's broken. But they already nerfed it to 45% last patch or something. Gargantuan Resolve still in. Idealism still in. A cut above still in. Buffed again. It was 25% chance to drop gold. Now it's 33% again. That makes sense. Platinum ticket. Maybe it's platinum ticket, yeah. Maybe diamond ticket. But that doesn't make sense, bro. Escort Quest is still in. Okay. Still the same. Frequent Flyer still in. Too Healthy still. Metabolic Accelerator. Everything is the same. Clear Mind is back. Yes! Yes, man! My favorite! If you have no champions on your bench at the end of a round, gain 3 experience points. And Cluttered Mind, if your bench is full at the end of the round, gain 3 experience points. Man, finally, guys. Man, I love these augments. Oh, man. I don't know why they removed them for set 9. Raise the tempo. When your Spellweavers cast their second spell each combat, immediately cast that spell again at 80% effectiveness. And it's for the second cast. So it's not going to be super bursty right at the start. Okay. It seems very strong. After your first sampled cast, the drop, after your first sample cast, that's the EDM thing, right? Sample casts happen 50% more frequently for the rest of combat. That seems insane. Crash test dummies. At the start of combat, your target dummies launch themselves towards the largest clump of enemies, stunning units near them for 2 seconds. Gain 2 target dummies. This is beyond broken, bro. This is beyond broken. Because you're only going to take it if you already have a target dummy augment. But if you do have one, you have 3 target dummies now. And it's going to be insane, no? Like, think about it. Because you just get so much value. But honestly, they launch themselves towards the largest clump of enemies, right? So they're all going to stun the same enemy. So it doesn't really matter, I guess. So you don't really get much more value. Yeah. It's the same clump, so it's the same clump. It doesn't seem like it's the close or the biggest clump within 4 hex or something. It's just the same clump. So, like, imagine 4 Jarvans ulting the same 4 units. So it's not even, yeah, it's not even that special. The stuns never stack. If 2 stuns overlap, they just overlap. It's not going to be 6-second stun if 3 of them stun you. What else do we have? Share the spotlight. Your units that start combat in a lighted hex, KDA, I believe. Gain a 30% max health shield for 10 seconds. Gain a Kaisa and a Lilia. Very cool, okay? Very good. There's a lot of hexes on KDA. Emotional connection. Your non-emo units gain 60% of the emo bonus when an enemy dies. Gain an Annie and a Vex. That's pretty good. A bigger shot. Every third basic attack from a big shot explodes, dealing 160% attack damage to nearby enemies. Okay. That is like the gunner augment, right? Or like the gunner trait in set 7. That's pretty cool. AoE attacks. That was always fun, man. Bigger weapons. Yeah, I need more bullets. Bigger weapons. Now that's a big weapon. Thanks for the protein, sir. I need more bullets. Ramping Rhythm. Rapid Fire can now stack up to 20 times. Gain a Jinx and a Senna. Too big to fall. Brawlers deal 30% of their max health in magic damage to enemies within 1 hex radius on death. Oh, so they explode. That is very insane. That is very insane. After 2 seconds of combat, this radius is doubled. Maybe 20 seconds of combat, right? His head is covering it. Probably 20 seconds, right? Because 2 seconds is like, might as well be start of combat. Wait, that's actually insane, no? Like, everyone is chem tank explosion thing. Yeah. Metalheads. Pentakill units are immune to CC and heal 10% of their health on takedown. Gain a kill. That is insane. That's so good. Life for, like, immune to CC. Like, that's just always silly, right? That's insane. That's so freaking insane. Gold augment, that's insane. Okay, so right off the get-go, I want to say something, guys. I am a little bit worried about the augments, okay? What they did well in set 9, okay? What they did well in set 9, and what they didn't do well in especially set 7, okay? Set 7, if you want to play Scale Scorn, you needed base camp. You needed base camp. It was an augment that would just give 40% bonus damage to your Scale Scorn units. But you couldn't move them on the board. But, like, you know, you would have to lock them in 1 hex. But you would not be able to play Scale Scorn. For half of the set, either Scale Scorn was beyond broken, that you could always just hard force it at the start of the set. But then if you have base camp, you would scout the lobby, someone has base camp, you're playing for a second place. That guy will always win. And then they nerfed Scale Scorn a lot, and it was tied to base camp. You could only play it with base camp. Now, if we think of something that they did very well in set 9, there was a lot of these augments that were still specific to the trait, like Petricide Chains for Demacia. Demacia is very strong without Petricide Chains. If you hit Petricide Chains, it's very strong. It's even stronger. It's good, but it's not game-breaking. Especially, a very good example is Noxus. The Noxus Execution augment. If you're already playing Noxus, you will take it. You're happy to get it. It's going to make you a lot stronger, right? But you can easily play Noxus without it. You're not tied to that augment. Here, these augments, they look like, I don't want to play Pentakill without this Metalheads augment. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play Big Shot without Bigger Shot. Like, it just seems like either Big Shot is strong enough without it, and then if you get the augment, the person that gets this augment wins the game instantly. Or it's going to be, you know, like, these numbers seem like they're a little bit too big, but they can still fix that. I'm just saying that as my first impression, guys.
Again,
okay, hold up. Live for Danger as well. Edgelord. Attacks deal 25% of their damage to something to enemies, probably 1 hex area around their target. Gain a Yasu. Okay. That's really cool. That's really cool. AoE. That's like the warrior thing. Warrior in set 7.
Golden ticket.
That's very cool, no? Are you going to upload this on YouTube? Yes, on my VOD channel.
Idealism, Gargantuan. Test.
Not on main channel, guys. Main channel is only gameplay. Alright, now Prismatic, right? Still gold. Holy frick, this takes 500 years. But I mean, until set 9 comes out, set 10 comes out, it's still like 2 hours at least, at minimum. Mortog even said some of the numbers are incorrect. No, I'm sure. I'm just saying this is my first impression, right? I can only react to the numbers. I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying I hope they will be doing it more like set 9, not more like set 7. You feel me, guys? You smell me, guys? Yeah. Or yeah.
Heart Collector.
Lies of P till PBE. We'll play some backpack battles after this, and then some Lies of P.
Heartsteel with this augment. You're gonna have.
Do it for the fans. Your headliner's damage heals your super fans for 15% of the damage dealt. Based. That's cool. So you can go 6 headliner, you know, get that radiant item, or 6 super fan, or 5 super fan. Get that radiant item, and then you basically have Gunblade. 15% seems like it's low. No. It's all of them, though. That's insane healing. Gunblade heals 25% on one of your lowest health units. This is 15% on all the super fans. You feel me, guys? That's 75% of your damage dealt is being healed to your team. That's crazy. You will probably only have 2, though. No. This enables you to go, this makes 5 strong. Because you want the Radiant item, but 5 is such a huge commitment. You have to play 5 absolute trash lords, right, on your board. That is terrible. So you can't just go for that Radiant item on your main carry. It's just, you can't just play 5 Trash Lords, man. Let's be real. But this is gonna give you, yeah, it's gonna make you good. Because that's insane. That's an insane health value that you're shifting, right? You're dealing so much damage to the enemy, and you're healing that to your team. Is insane. Enemies that attack a Guardian's shield take magic damage. Very cool. Of the shielded unit's max health. I like that. That's like the 7... Yeah, it's called Heroic Presence. It was called Heroic Presence in set 7. I love that, guys. The body Guardian. I think it was Guardian, right? It was Guardian back then as well, yeah. When is PBEU? There's no PBEU. PBE is one server. It's in an A. You need to make a PBE account for it. You can make one for free. But you need to have good honor level or something. But maybe not. I think they abolished that.
Have some fun.
The all Razzle Dazzle. Your Dazzler effects deal 100% more damage and last 2 seconds longer. You gain an Ami and the Bard. Okay, cool. That's jazz, baby. They should rename this to You Like Jazz. Please, bro. Guys, man, come on. They have to rename this, man. To You Like Jazz. Like, come on. There's no way this quote is copyrighted, right? And frick it, just put a B emoji in it. Frick it. You Like Jazz and a B emoji. 2015 memes. Man, I'm old. Now what? I'm old, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm old. Yeah, so what? We're all old, man. We're not playing Valorant. We're playing TFT. We are all old. You guys are all fossils. You mother truckers. Frick you guys, man. At the beginning of combat, your Jazz champions gain permanent bonuses based on the number of traits you have active. You gain a Bard. Wait, that's beyond broken, no? Imagine that. That is beyond broken. That's actually crazy. Because obviously, okay, so obviously a lot of the Jazz units are late game, right? There's a 4-cost Jazz unit, I think. Well, there's a 5-cost, that's the most important one, the Jhin. And I think probably MF is 3-cost, right? And you're not going to have 7 traits at stage 2-1, you know? So you're not going to be getting AD and AP and everything. But you can low-key get mid-game 5 traits easily, get 3% attack speed permanently every single fight on your MF. And MF is an attack damage carry. And she's a Jazz unit. Holy guys. And you go headliner MF. That seems pretty sick. Jhin, not Jazz. Jhin is Jazz, I believe. No? Are you sure he's not Jazz? Maybe not. Maybe I'm stupid. Who else is Jazz, though? There isn't... Oh, Lucian might be Jazz, yeah. Jhin is Maestro. Oh, it's Lucian. Okay, Lucian is Jazz. Okay. But yeah, you're probably not going to turbo scale your Lucian, because Lucian is probably going to be like the main carry, right? Lucian is probably going to be what Aphelios was set 8. Right? And what Belveth is set 9, but Belveth was so bad, so I don't know. Heart Collector. Keep 20% of the Heartsteel hearts you convert into rewards. Your Heartsteel champions gain 100 health. Gain Cassante. Oh! So you keep 20%. This is what we call compounding interest, baby. This is what we call compounding interest, baby. You feel me? Who has this quote? Einstein? There's what did he say? I think it was Einstein. Right, guys? Anyone? Any investment annies? There's 2 people on this planet. The kind that knows what compounding interest is, and the kind that doesn't. Something like that. Anyway, guys, this is what we call compounding interest. You keep 20%, and then you can stack up for the next cash out. You can stack up more, and you keep 20% again of that 20%. You feel me, guys? Hello? So you keep 4% of the first cash out, and it keeps going up. No, man, not pounding interest. Don't confuse it with pounding interest. Pounding interest is me being interested in pounding Kaisa very badly, guys. The entire night, guys. You feel me? You know that BTS, that the Jungkook song? You know the guy from BTS? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You know, I'll be doing it all week. You feel me, guys? That's what I want to do. That's pounding interest. You feel me? We're talking about compounding interest. She don't know you, little bro. She doesn't exist, man. Like, come on, guys. You, like, just don't bully. Submit to the pit. Moshers gain 3 armor, 3 magic resistance, 3 attack damage, 3% attack power, and 3% attack speed for each adjacent enemy. That's sick, no? That's cool. That's cool. So 6 times these stats. So 18 of everything, huh? 18 every stat. Because there's 6 people around them, right? Am I dumb? No, I'm not. It's a hex, yeah. It's a hexagon, yeah. Alright. That's not bad. Extended play. Oh, you know what I'll do, guys? You know what I'll do? Is there a mosh pit is there a mosh pit emblem, guys? I'm gonna put that mosh pit emblem on MF, if you know what I'm saying, guys. Oh, that Misfortune, I think she's gonna be a good mosh pit unit. I'll take that augment. I'll take that augment, guys. Yeah. You smell me, guys? Yeah. Extended play. Whenever you star up a punk unit, gain a special bonus. Gain a Jinx and a buy. 2-star, your next shop refresh costs 1 less. 3-star, gain an item component. Ooh, very cool, guys. The reroll comp and the reroll augment. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be insane though. But again, you can see this seems like it's tied to this augment. If you don't have this augment, you don't wanna... But I guess they have one of these augments for every comp. So I guess you get one of these augments and you play that comp. You feel me? We'll see, I guess. I don't know. Expose weakness. Damage from executioner attacks and spells shred and sunder enemies by 40% for 3 seconds. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, honestly. Just free... 40% shred is a lot, right? The baseline is 30% now, right? So 40 is a little bit more. It's pretty good. Bounty Hunters. Your Dreadsteed moves faster. That's the Hecarim thing. That's the country thing. Your country units have a 25% chance to gain 1 gold on kill. Your Dreadsteed chances are doubled. Oh, frick. That's sick, no? Gain a Katarina. Katarina is ranged, remember? Blinged Out. Your True Damage units gain 100 health and 5% attack speed for each item they have equipped. Guys, I'll keep it a stack. Let's get back to the country trait. Country already seems way cooler than Void. Wasn't Void a little bit boring, guys, most of the time? I didn't like Void. I always liked the summoning trait. I liked it in set 6 a lot, right? The dragon, the innovator. What was it in set 7? What did... Oh, with the trainers. Remember the trainers? The trainers summoning Nomzi, and then Nomzi summoning the trainers in set 7.5. That was so much fun. And then this seems much more fun. Because Void is just, bro, you just have a freaking Baron. Like, Baron is cool, but it's just not that special, in my opinion. It just wasn't that special. And, like, the units were so bad. It seems like the country units seem a little bit better as well. And this powers up the country units, right? And, like, this is much more fun than Stable Evolution. The Void Emblem, the Void Augment, that would just power up your Void units with, like, just base stats. This can farm you some gold and stuff. It's pretty cool, no? Yeah. Yeah, based. Your True Damage units gain 100 health and 5% attack speed for each item they have equipped. Very, very, very solid augment, probably. Seems like just stats, but very strong. Your 8 Insert Coin. Your 8-bit units execute enemies below 10% health. Executions have an 8% chance to drop 2 gold. Increase by 1% for each 8-bit high score achieved. Obviously, we need to know what the high score thresholds are to know if this is good. But it seems very fun, extremely fun. This seems like one of the most fun traits in the But all of them. I'm saying this for every trait, no? Long distance pals. Guys, can I ask something? Why is it called long distance pals 2 when there's no long distance pals 1 and 3? Can someone please explain that? You feel me, guys? You smell me, guys? Can someone explain? Contagion's still the same, it looks like. What doesn't kill you still the same. Oh, way better. I think it was after every 4 losses, gain a random component. Now it's after losing, gain 2 gold. After every 5 losses, gain a random component. Did it give 2 gold? I don't think it gave 2 gold. But I did not take that augment a single time, man. I just didn't like the idea of so much health lost for a little bit of item. Like, I just didn't like that. Pandora's items 2, still the same. Caretaker's Favor, still the same. Fully adapted. Gain an adaptive helm. Champions holding adaptive helm gain all effects regardless of position. Pretty cool. For frontline, pretty cool, right? Definitely less exciting than Gargantuan Resolve and other of these augments, but still good, you know, when you're playing ranked and you already have an adaptive helm and, you know, you're like, frick it, that's a good augment. Probably. Salvage bin still the same. Last stand still the same, right? Still the same, yeah, same stats. Salvage bin plus is okay. Twin Terror 2. If you have exactly 2 copies of a champion on your board, they both gain 300 health, 30% attack speed, 30% critical strike chance. So they removed Double Trouble, but they added a new Double Trouble with not armor, attack damage, AP, and magic resistance, but instead attack speed and critical strike chance. Now, right off the get-go, and health, right off the get-go, the awkward thing about this is, I mean, it just makes different champions good for Double Trouble, right? For this. It's just different champions now. Like, you would, for Double Trouble, you would play champions that maybe get some health and stuff like that, because you're getting a lot of free armor and stuff. And champions that attack quickly. Yeah. Like, for example, Gunners with Double Trouble was a little bit meh, because you could just put more Gunners in, and you would almost get the same effect, right? Than playing double both the Gunners twice, right? But here, this would be much better for the gun. Like, this would be insane for the Gunners, stuff like that. Makes frontline weaker, for sure, but it depends on your items, right? Like here, you're building resistances instead of building a Warmogs, as you were with Double Trouble for your frontline. Reach the summit. Gain 50 experience when you reach level 9. Cool. Pretty cool. Imagine you get this and the other thing. Late game specialist. Balance budget. At the start of the next 4 rounds, gain 7 gold.
Because every time you cash out, you'll get to keep.
Okay, that's the same as the Tom Kench balance budget.
Here's an interesting one.
Okay, Prismatic. Let's go. Stationary support 3, still the same. Lucky Gloves, still the same. Lucky Gloves plus. Oh, Lucky Gloves at stage 2-1 is weaker than Lucky Gloves. I don't know if that already existed. I don't know. Maybe. Could be. I feel like Lucky Gloves just always gave 3 sparring gloves, though. Tiniest Titan plus Prismatic Ticket. Yeah, Prismatic Ticket. Okay, they renamed it. That makes sense. And they buffed it back to 50%. But again, these numbers are to be determined or to be changed. Subject to change. Cyber Bulk, Cyber Leech. Roll the dice, still the same. Yeah. Harm Assist, still the same. Radiant Relic, still the same. Hologram. Your headliner champion is cloned. You cannot equip items on the clone. Wait, that's sick, no? Okay, so it's not getting reduced stats. If you run a tank headliner, that can be pretty good. Especially if you run a tank headliner with a utility ability like Jarvan style, that can be really good. But I feel like most of the time you want to run a carry headliner, but it depends, right? Because the low-cost headliners, they don't do much. Like, they don't get changes to their kit and stuff. Like, they get bonus attack damage. Like, let's say you're playing reroll Corki and you just want a solid 4-cost tank. You can do that, right? Right? Copium? I don't know. Determined Investor. At the start of your turn, if you have at least 50 gold, gain a Diamond Hands. That's cool, but obviously it's only until end of combat, right? Yeah, obviously. So you need to stay at 50 gold and you get a Diamond Hands. But you need to stay at 50 gold and it's a Prismatic Augment. This seems terrible. This seems terrible. I'm not sitting at late game. My Prismatic Combat Augment is a Diamond Hands, which is good. Is approximately the strength of a Radiant item. But I'm sitting at 50 health. In a 1v1, I'm sitting at 50 gold, excuse me, 50 gold. It's multiple though, I think. Brother, okay, let's just be realistic. Do you know what Diamond Hands does? Do you think I'm sitting there and I can farm 1 Diamond Hands every single turn? Just be a little bit realistic, man. Just be a little bit realistic. Like, just think about it. What does Diamond Hands do? Diamond Hands is like a better Edge of Night. For free. With like 400 health as well, 40 AP or something. It's almost the strength of a Radiant item, or even, like, it's probably a strength of a Radiant item-ish. And it also farms 2 gold when the unit drops low and procs it. So it also farms you gold. It says at the end of the turn, you get a diamond hand. No. If you have at least 50 gold, gain a diamond hands for the next turn. There's no way you gain multiple diamond. Guys, just think about it, man. You can't gain 9 diamond hands. You can't have all... guys, be like... Man, this chat is bronze. Or at least the people that are saying that. Which is fine. It's just still funny, right? It's still funny, guys. New recruit. Okay. You gain +1 team size and the champion duplicator. Very good. Very good. Much better than it was. The golden egg, still the same. You no longer gain interest. At the start of your turn, gain 5 experience. Going long. Holy frick, guys. That's a cool augment, no? Going long. But brother man, you know, I'm always going long anyway, because when I see MF... I mean, I'm gonna take this augment to play reroll MF, guys, you know? I'm gonna go long for MF. For the augment. For reroll MF, you know? I think it's a good hedge fund, okay, still the same. Birthday presents, still the same. -4. Was it always -4? No. Was it always -4? Was it always -4? Yes? Okay. I was confused. Because remember, they're changing the way the level up system works, right? So level 10, you feel me? Like you can always reach level 10, so birthday present should be better because of that. But it was kind of a clown last set. I don't know, I didn't like it last set. Usually I like it, but last set it didn't feel that good. Final Ascension, okay. Your units deal 15% more damage. After 15 seconds, this effect triples. This is less than Ascension. This is less than Ascension, but of course it's the first 15 seconds, you still have 15%. This seems scuffed, I feel like. This seems a little bit scuffed. Yeah. Ascension is still 50%, right? Kinda scuffed. Jewel Lotus 3 is still there. When you buy XP, gain an additional 3, gain 2 immediately. Okay, still the same. Level up, still the same. Caretaker's Chosen, still the same. Oh, nerfed. Level 8, open a Radiant item and armory. But remember, level 8 is easier to reach, so it's probably still same-ish. Buried Treasure's still there, pumping up 3, blinding speed. Everything is the same, right? No, they removed the bow from blinding speed. They removed the belt from impenetrable bulwark, but I mean it could be still the same, right? Freaky Friday.
I forget the gold.
There's probably more Prismatic. There's a lot of Prismatic. Oh no, there's none.
Yeah. All right, that's it for augments.
Oh no, there is. There we go. Infernal Contract still there. Infernal Contract still in the game. What the Forge buffed from 111 bonus health to 120, I believe. Wellness Trust. Freaky Friday, Living Forge still the same. Starter Kit still in there. Spoils of 4-3 still the same. I think it's 40%. Binary Airdrop still there. Gain 1 random item component. You get the item component again. But again, this could be different numbers. Curse Crown still there. Final Reserves, Endless Hordes still there. I'm very happy about Endless Hordes being still there. I think it's a very fun augment. You can almost never use it, but when you can use it, like with Invoker and stuff, it's really fun. March of Progress still there. Twin Terror 3, okay. Double Trouble 3. And yeah, nothing new here, huh? Cruel Pact still there. Costs 5 health instead of still the same.
So...
Okay, let's see what he says about the leveling system.
Alright, that's it for augments. On the system side, couple things worth calling out here. The first big one is, as I mentioned, the leveling changes. Level 10 is now the max you can achieve, not level 9. But it's now easier to get to level 6, it's easier to get to level 7, it's a lot easier to get to 8, and it's a decent chunk easier to get to 9.
Very good. Look at this level 7 to 8. Holy 12 XP. 12 XP cheaper. Very good. Yeah, that's huge, guys. That's huge. It's easier than it was in set 8, right? It's better than set 8, right? Like, it's faster than set 8. So level 8 is now complete standard again. And then level 7 is 1% legendary still. Level 8 is 3% legendary, 18%. Level 7, 10%. Oh, level 7 is now like completely established as the 3-cost reroll tier because it's 40%. It was 35 on level 8 as well, right? Oh, that is based, guys. And level 9 is only 10% legendary. And then level 10 is still 25% legendary. That's sick, guys.
See here, those XP curves have gone down. 10 still requires 80 XP.
Total XP needed to hit max went down by 60, but this is max as in level 10 max, right? Oh, guys, it's going to be so much better. Like, just this is so much better. I am still mad at them for just randomly changing this because of the legends instead of nerfing the legend augments. And then later they nerfed the legend augments anyway, right? Like, the legends were the biggest garbage I've ever seen. No cap. No, there is a level up augment. There is a level up augment. But you can just reach level 10 faster with it. We just saw it.
But in exchange, and the way this works is that each of those kind of got nerfed. So level 7, for example, used to be 15% 4 cost. Now it's only 10%. Level 7 is where you go to get 3 costs, not 4 costs. So if you really want to be playing 4 costs, don't roll on level 7. Go to 8. But going to 8 is much easier now. It's only 48 XP. I think a lot of games, if you're fast 8ing, you will be 8 on 4-2. You will have plenty of gold to roll, find a headliner.
But we need to say that 10% is still very nice on pink chance, because 10% you can still roll on 7 if you have like two like, let's say in terms of level set 9 units, right? You have 2 Gallios, you have 2 Quins, right? You wanna upgrade at least one of them to keep your win streak. You can roll a little bit on 6, right? You can probably find Quinn or Galio, and then you can keep going to level 7. This is going to be the same for level 7, right? And then level 7, you can still find that 4 cost maybe. 10% chance, you know, still good. And you have the headliners and stuff, yeah.
Should be good. So you can see here, there's some of the adjustments. We also lowered player damage a little.
Like what I'm trying to say is, stage 3-2 on the current set 9, 9.5. Stage 3-2, you're on a win streak. You have 3 pairs on your bench. You're playing Demacia. You roll on level 6 to find one of these pairs at least, so you can keep your win streak, right? If it allows you to still go level 7 with enough gold at stage 4-1, right? So now the decision making is it feels a little bit annoying because you only have a 5% chance for pink. You're never gonna find Jarvan. You're never gonna find Fiora. You're never gonna find Mordekaiser. It's a little bit like. You should still do it. It's still the correct play, right? In that situation. But it feels annoying. Here, level 7, it won't feel annoying, you know? You want to go level 8, but you can roll to like 20 gold at level 7. You feel good about it. You can still get that 4 cost, and it's not a lucky 4 cost because it's not 5%, it's 10%. It's still, you can still get something, you know?
Or big swings. So
and you can get a headliner. Now, that is where it maybe becomes a little bit weird, because what if the enemy does that and they get their perfect headliner at level 7, 10% chance, 2-star, you know? Remember, headliners are 2-star, guys. So that could, like, you will be scouting those boards at stage 3-5, you will see one mother trucker with a 2-star headliner, 4 cost already, perfect for their board, you will be mad, you know? Like, that's the high roll, right? You will be mad, you will be angry. But other than that,
stage
yeah.
2, let's say you lose by 4 units, you used to take 8 damage.
I mean, let's be real, guys. You freaking scout now. The guy has 50 gold, levels to 7, has 10 gold to roll, rolls twice, finds 3 Mordekaisers, wins the game. Frick this game, man.
7. So big losses got nerfed a little bit by 1 damage. So player damage shouldn't be too much of an insane thing here.
Okay, excess critical strike is changed back to 50% instead of 80%. So the excess critical strike chance. Okay, so what was the critical strike thingy? Edgelords. No. What was the critical strike thing? There was a critical strike trait, right? But yeah. Executioner, exactly. So, okay. Remember, guys, any excess crit past 100% was multiplied by 0.8. So, you know, 80% of it was added to your attack critical damage. Now it's back to 50%. This is how it was in set 8.
Bag sizes. We've actually been testing a bunch of different iterations of the bag sizes. What you're going to be playing on PvE is actually all the normal bag sizes that before, 29, 22, 18, 11, 10. So there will only be 11 forecasts.
11 forecasts? Okay, we'll see.
Not 12. Other than that, it's basically the same. So a lot of our PvE testers were testing a version that had much lower bag changes. But for now, we've pulled those and we're going to...
It's really hard to 3-star stuff, right? So hard. And
take a look how this goes. And then the last one here is excess critical strike change.
But I mean, not just that. It's just, if the meta... Guys, let's be real, guys. Let's not sugarcoat it. This game is great, but most of the time, it is not very balanced, okay? You're sitting there, set 9, release, you're playing freaking Zeri, okay? You're sitting there, you're playing Zeri. If you're not playing Zeri, you're going dead last, guys, okay? So now, if 3 people are playing Zeri, good luck. You feel me, guys? Also, by the way, thank you for all the subs, for the bits and stuff. Young Simba with the 2,000 bits. Thank you so much, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for the crazy support. I will thank everybody afterwards. We don't want to disrupt the YouTube video. Remember? Or we don't want to disrupt this section. I will thank everybody. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for everything. I will go through everybody. Don't worry. After the game. Or this is not the game. It's after the...
80%.
We're almost there. We're almost there, guys.
Causing a lot of problems, especially with our new executioner. And you're going to see a change later with Infinity Edge and Jeweled Gauntlet.
Guys,
a lot less problem.
I turned a 50-minute video into 2.5 hours. Or 2 hours-ish. I'm like Asmongold, man. I'm the reactor. Let's go, baby. Just like Asmongold. Based. GG, guys. For free.
Dramatic.
Oh, man. I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm going to put 76 advertisements into it. I'm going to give Mortog 0 money from it. Right? I'm going to leech everything from myself without adding anything to it. I'm just watching. GG, guys. And then I'm gonna get a hate video made by all the people that are hating on reactors on YouTube, and that will give me even more popularity. Like Sniper Wolf. Let's go, baby. SS Shurkou. GG. SSS Shurkou, man. Yeah. Yeah, guys. Yeah, man. Frick you guys. Yeah. I'm just kidding, guys. I added a lot. No, like I'm talking so much. No, I'm adding. It's transformative. I'm a transformer. You feel me, guys? I can transform ya. You know, like the Lil Wayne song.
So there's some small system changes.
The
leveling one is pretty big. It will change the tempo of when you level.
Ooh, player damage, 4th unit alive, 2-1 damage. That is huge. That's huge, no? Wait, that's huge. It's Chris Brown. It's Lil Wayne as well. It's like 1 million. It's Swiss Beats, Chris Brown, Lil Wayne. It's not just Chris Brown. That's an OG song. Yeah, it's a cool song though. And I'm old. Guys, this is crazy. This tempo change is insane. No one's gonna roll on 7. Remember the thing I was mentioning? No one's gonna roll on 7 to stabilize. Who gives a frick? You're just gonna tank those damage numbers? You don't give a frick, man. You're going level 9. I'm not gonna press the D key a single time before I see a 9 on the bottom of my screen, man. 8, no way. Frick it, I'm going fast 10. I don't give a frick, guys. GG.
I think, again, very commonly you're gonna see some 4-2 level 8s. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, items. There's some big changes here.
They added red buff again? They had red buff in the first set, right? Oh, that's sick, no? That's cool, guys. That is cool. Oh, RFC is gone! Crab emoji! RFC is gone! Crab emoji! You feel me, guys? Crab! RFC is gone! Frick you, Neela! You piece of garbage! Crab Ray, frick you, man. Piece of trash, man. Question mark. Brother, it's a meme. Like, what am I going to tell you, man? It's a meme. Don't question mark me. Just put the crab emoji, man.
2 items have been replaced. RFC is gone. But Sniper's Focus remains, so if you want +1 range, you can still get it. You just can't force it with bows. RFC has been replaced with red buff.
He says, K, sorry, and puts a crab emoji. No worries, man. No worries, man.
Gain 35% attack speed, 5% bonus damage, and your attacks and abilities apply burn and wound. So Sunfire, Morello, and
red right off the get-go, I just want to say something. Ain't no way, little brother man, am I gonna waste 2 bows on heal reduction. I'm gonna try my best to get a Morello or a Sunfire. Ain't no way. I'm not wasting 2 bows.
Buff, definitely give you some different options here. Plus that chunk of attack speed and bonus damage is pretty good.
You're bugging out. What does that mean? Is my stream buggy? Or is that like Zoomer slang? Are you saying like you're bugging, mate? If you think I'm gonna buy a, if you think I'm gonna make a, if you think I'm wasting, oh, it's Zoomer slang. Okay, Zoomer slang. All right, okay, great guys, great, man, guys. This is elder abuse. I'm your elder. You should be nice to me.
Night Harvester is replaced, as I kind of hinted at.
Night Harvester, he said that, yeah.
Having a tank item was really kind of awkward, so now Glove has a tank item. 250 health, 20 armor, 20 crit. Not that you need the crit.
Very good.
Take 8% less damage, while above 50% health, take 50% less damage instead.
Very good, because this mother trucking cloak crit glove is so freaking annoying sometimes, right? If you have too many, frick this item.
Flat DR on an item can be very powerful, and there's the Radiant versions as well. So 2 new items to play with. And there you go. In addition, we made some changes to the base items here.
Gain 5% max health.
Bramble Vest, a little less armor, but now gain 5% max health. And we've just flattened the damage. The star
that is so cool. Look at this, guys. When the holder gets a takedown, they deal 12% more damage for 8 seconds. That is so much cooler than just giving it mana, no? But it's still very good to reduce max mana by 10 for low mana units. Very cool, guys. I like this. I like this. And now, you're not going to be angry if you have to build a Shojin. You were so angry if you have to build a Shojin on a unit that prefers blue buff. But now you're not angry anymore. Because Shojin probably gives more mana, no? It's probably way more mana than this. Yeah, it has to be. This is just 10 mana per cast. Shojin is 5 per attack, right?
Need to be there. So
QSS, Combat Star, gain immunity to crowd control for 14 seconds. During this time, gain 6% attack speed every 2 seconds. Cool. Cool, but do you lose it afterwards? During this time, like, when the 14 seconds expire, do you just keep these 7 times 6%? You probably keep them, right? 42% attack speed. That's pretty freaking good. 42% attack speed, 72% attack speed after 14 seconds in total. That's busted. You lose it, you keep. 50% of chat is saying you keep. 50% is saying you keep, 50% is saying you lose it. If you keep it, that's broken. I would agree on that. It seems broken if you keep it. He says you keep it.
We've just flattened the damage. The star scaling was an ancient system that didn't really need to be there. So Bramble Vest, little extra health, little less armor. Pretty cool.
Oh,
blue buff.
No more crit reduction. Just straight up attack reduction. Basic attack reduction. No more good against Jewel Gauntlet, okay?
This one got kind of a nerf, if you will, but also kind of a buff. You still get your minus 10 mana, that was good, but you don't gain another 10 mana on takedown. It was leading to the situations where like really low mana people like Cassiopeia were just casting way too frequently, so that's gone. But instead, when you get a takedown, deal 12% more damage for 8 seconds. So still a very good damage item, still should be good. And now the difference between blue buff and Shojin should be pretty healthy. A 30 mana user, blue buff takes them to 20, Shojin 15 per auto. Both good. Should be fine. Quicksilver. Quicksilver felt like the one item you'd never want to slam. We're trying to fix that here. So
true.
30% attack speed, 20% crit, 20 MR. But here's the new twist. At the combat start, you gain immunity to crowd control for 14 seconds. So it has been nerfed a little. But during this time, you gain 6% attack speed every 2 seconds. Meaning, at 14 seconds, you have gained 42% attack speed. So you have a lot of attack speed now. And then that stays. That stays once the quick...
Guys, this is beyond broken. No? Holy frick, guys. That's so freaking broken. That's gonna get nerfed for sure. 72% attack speed. Guys, does RFC Radiant even have that? Does Radiant RFC have 72% attack speed? I don't think it does. I don't freaking think it does, guys. 70%? Yeah. Yeah, it's 72% with the base. Yeah, no. I get it. It has to stack up. I get it. But it's still extremely good. Like, it's actually good on a ranged unit now. Which is cool, because it should be good on a ranged unit, I feel like. Because it's such a... Guys, if you see Cloak and Crit on your bench at the start of the game, you already want to ult F4. You feel me? You want to ult F4 and read some manga instead. You feel me, guys? So this is good, but it's gonna get nerfed. But it's good that they're making it better. Like, maybe even get the crowd control immunity down to 10 seconds or something, you know? It's still gonna be good for the melee carry. Because the first 10 seconds are very important in a fight, right? And then maybe the Jarvan is already dead or something, or the equivalent, you know? And then you keep the attack speed like that. So it's good on range. Because on range, you just don't care about the CC immunity. Most of the time, right?
Silver effect wears off. So it's...
Then it gives only no, but you can just scale it up for those 10 seconds.
Kind of a ramping attack
First
speed
time
item
chatter,
now.
bro. Jesus.
You can slam this on 2-1, be happy with that big burst of attack speed. So, should be a lot better. I think melee champions especially are going to love this item this set. Deathblade, Rabadon's Death Cap have both had their AD and AP lowered a bit, but now gain 8% bonus damage to make them much more attractive options if you already have a bunch of AP.
I like that.
Warmog's Armor, same thing, a little less health.
I like that. That is very good because, like, if you have something like social distancing, you want a Giant Slayer or an Infinity Edge, not a Deathblade. But now it's like, okay, you feel me? It's pretty nice.
But also gain 8% max health. Really good on Brawler Bruiser, obviously.
Very cool.
Just like if you've got a bunch of health, should allow...
Holy busted! Attacks and abilities. Wound. Morello is insane now, no? Surely? Or am I dumb? Am I dumb, guys? Isn't that really good? It's also much better to slam it early, right? That's really good, right?
How this item just...
Maybe not busted, but it feels good. It feels good, guys, right? It feels freaking good. It's been like that. No, it was only on abilities. They changed it to attack damage as well. They changed it to attack damage based abilities because it used to be only AP and true damage abilities that would trigger it. But now it's also on basic attacks, which it never was.
Scale, be good on 3-star champions, not necessarily so 1-star skewed. Infinity Edge and Jeweled Gauntlet. Abilities can critical strike. If you already have this, gain 10% critical strike damage instead. So, now...
Very good. So it makes sense on executioners and stuff, right?
If you have, you know, Jeweled Lotus and you already...
And on like Xayah, but obviously Xayah is not here anymore.
Built IE, it's not as badly wasted. You're going to gain some extra critical strike damage. Should be good. Morellonomicon allows attacks and abilities to 1% burned and 33% wound. All is good there. Dragon's Claw, much like Warmog's, has that 5% max health, a little less MR. And then Ginsu's little less starting attack speed, but 1% more per stack. So Ginsu's gets to be a little stronger this set.
Very good. Okay, guys, so Ginsu's is trash, bro. A lot of people thought Ginsu's was very good on like Azir and stuff. It wasn't. Most of the time, it wasn't that good on Azir. Okay, guys? Like last set, in set 9, Ginsu's was broken. But set 9.5, it was pretty freaking bad, guys. Okay? Like whenever I would watch Challenger streams, they would say it's like the worst item in the game. I literally heard that multiple times. By like Dish Soap, by like everybody. You feel me, guys?
And then here are the Radiant versions.
30 seconds, gain 12% attack speed every 2 seconds. What the frick is this? What the frick is this? This is gonna get turbo nerfed, no? This is like 3 items at once. You smell me, guys? This is literally 3 items at once. Alright. Alright, guys. Remember how you would open the game? You would go Ancient Archives 1, you would click on it, you would take a Demacia emblem and you would play Mordekaiser because Radiant Nashor's Tooth is beyond broken. Radiant Quick as Silver, okay, is gonna be insane with the Superfan garbage. With 5 Superfan giving the headliner Radiant Quick QSS. If any headliner has Radiant QSS built in from the Superfans, that's gonna be the thing you wanna play. You're gonna load in, you're gonna go for that. No cap. But they're gonna nerf it, probably. Bro thinks he a seer. Skull emoji. Bro, I don't even know what a seer is. Is that like a future predictor? Man, just shut up, guys. Like, I'm trying to give my thoughts, man. Like, isn't that what reactors do? Like, isn't that what reactors do, guys? Should I just do the Sniper Wolf thing? Yo, guys! Look, it says Equinox. Look. It says Equinox.
You can see here, even Shroud gets a bit of a change, and it's.
Oh my god! Oh my god! He said even Shroud. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! He said even Shroud. Shut up, guys! Shut up, man!
Well,
shut up, man! I'm trying my best.
Yep. And there you go. Bunch of Radiant items. Morello still doing the 3% burn, which is kind of cool. Yeah. Exciting stuff.
Alright, anything special here? No, right? 12% max health, pretty cool. 12% bonus damage.
Alright, and then some artifact changes. Nothing too crazy. Sniper's focus now, the best way to get +1 range.
Did it always give AP?
Adjusted there.
I can't
Hull
tell.
Crusher, slight numbers adjustment here. Deathfire Grasp. The increased 50%
yes,
damage
okay.
was a little nutty. So Deathfire Grasp gets a bit of a nerf. Mogul's Mail, slight adjustment.
Didn't DFG have way more starting mana? Maybe I'm stupid.
To the amount of stacks. Yeah.
A 40% chance to drop 1 gold. I don't know if this has changed.
Artifact changes.
Okay. Goldmancers. Grant 1 ability power per 1 gold in your bank up to 30. Chance to drop gold. I feel like this is still the same, no?
Let's see here. Goldmancer Staff gets a little bit of adjustment as well for the gold drop. Banshees now gives
the gold drop, I guess,
and CC immunity, not just CC immunity.
Oh, maybe the gold drop was buffed, right? I feel like it was 33% or something.
Yeah. And that's it. That's a lot of what you can expect. Again, could go into more detail on like specific champs and abilities, but we want you to discover a lot of that and enjoy it. So, should be a very fun set. As always with PBE, not going to claim it's perfect on the day. Let us know if you see any bugs. Let us know.
Alright, GG. That's it. GG, guys. You on YouTube? Subscribe. Hope you enjoy. Peace.